Good morning, guys. Let's start for the day. Today we are going to focus on advanced accounts. We'll be starting off a new chapter which I'll be planning to complete this month itself. Okay. So we'll be starting off with partnership accounts. This is going to be the last time it's going to be part of your exams itself in CA Inter. Illa sir, I want to study this means you can go back to foundation and write again. Foundation is there if you want to study again. Okay. So November 23 is going to be the last time this chapter is part of our syllabus. Hopefully this is the last time I am also going to teach for Inter. Okay. Now, this chapter is pretty simple scoring area, and I usually like to take this after amalgamation because both are closely linked in terms of solving the sums. Okay. If you remember partnership, we have it from school: admission, retirement, death, dissolution. CA foundation had these three. We have only dissolution. Remember, in this entire chapter, whether we are going to solve 10, 15, 20, 25 sums, or if you are going to solve another 50 by yourself, end goal of the entire chapter is one. End goal of the entire chapter is dissolution means what? Closing down of the firm. So my balance sheet total should become 0. You do it however you want the sum. We are going to do it in multiple methods. Same sum will be done in multiple methods, guys. But end of the day, when the sum gets over, your balance sheet total should become 0. Partner should have been paid off. Liability should have been paid off, settled. If money is available. If money is not available, some of them will not be paid. That's it. How much they are not paid, you have to compute. Correct? In simple, if I have to summarize this chapter, is the chapter of selling assets, getting the money, paying the liabilities and capital of the partners. That's it. How are you going to account this is the matter. Do we have, like for example, fixed assets we have AS 10, then for amalgamation we had AS 14, consolidation we have AS 21. For partnership, do we have any accounting standards, especially dissolution? No, reason you already know it. Why? Loudly. Going concern is not there. That means entity is going to close down accounting standards. Sir, okay sir, for admission, retirement, death also is closing down, so leave it. First of all, are accounting standards applicable for a partnership firm or only for a company? Accounting standards are applicable for sole proprietor, partnership firm, LLP, every single form of entity. Ind AS is applicable only for certain type of companies. There's a limit, for example, listed company, some company just crosses one limit. So, even though Ind AS has come in and finally you are going to learn Ind AS, AS is equally important because it will continue to be applicable for partnership firms always. Continue to be applicable for small companies, not listed, private company with not crossing its threshold. So both has to be learnt in parallel. Okay. Now, just this chapter there is hardly any theory. I think in 10 minutes we will start off with the sums. Okay. Dissolution. Little bit of CA foundation. There are two types of dissolutions. Dissolution of firm, dissolution of partnership. Can you tell me the difference between these two, guys?
Economic relationship between the partners after dissolution.
Okay, partnership, no? So in simple dissolution of partnership means if existing partners are ABC, new partners can become BCD. A is replaced by B. This is dissolution of partnership. Purila sir. The relationship between existing partners has come to an end, leading to a relationship, new relationship between the new partners, even though there some are common. Purila. So dissolution of old partnership leading to creation of new partnership. Clear? Dissolution of firm now, firm may close. All the firm may close, that's it. They are closing down the firm all together. Clear, guys? That's about it. This is the difference that is there in foundation, but the term dissolution of firm and partnership is important. Are able to follow? Dissolution of partnership always may not lead to dissolution of firm, but dissolution of firm always leads to dissolution of partnership. Sometimes it's mandatory. Death of all partners. Continue firm. Insolvency of all partners. These things leads to dissolution of firm. Dissolution of partnership can be optional or mandatory. Able to follow, guys? Sometimes they ask theory question. It's actually a foundation question, but they have asked in Inter also. Okay, rarely it comes as theory. Able to follow, guys? Okay. Now this chapter overview, sir, I'm studying this only in advanced accounts first. Can I learn this? Once this chart gets over, you will have an idea. Okay. Now, this chapter, the type of sums are broken down into 3 buckets. 3 buckets we're going to do the sums. Leftmost extreme bucket, or let me actually split to 4, guys. Sorry, make it 4. Leftmost extreme, dissolution sums, basic plus advanced. Leftmost extreme, dissolution sums, basic plus advanced. Anybody watching recording of this chapter, I'm talking to recording students, preferably watch amalgamation and come here. You will understand why, sir, why can't I study this first? School I learned this only first. Wait till the chart gets over, then you will have an idea. Okay. Basic plus advanced, I'll come to it. Let me finish the chart. Second talks about insolvency of partners. Here, insolvency of all partners, insolvency of all but one partner, or in other words, this can be any combination. 5 partners, 2 insolvent, 4 partners, 1 insolvent. So you can say all except 1 or more. Are able to follow? I'm giving a negative language. That's it. Simpla solnuna, sir. I have partnership with 30 partners. How many can be insolvent? Let me explain. See, insolvency of all. Now, if I have 7 partners, all 7 are insolvent. If I have 12 partners, all 12 are insolvent. Here, if I have 12 partners, how many can be insolvent? Can be 1, can be 3, can be 5, can be anything. If I have 125 partners, then if 120 are insolvent, 5 are solvent, is this applicable? Yes. If I have 270 partners, is this applicable? Let's say 200 are solvent, 70 insolvent, applicable. Partnership not possible, 270 now. Limit tandich. Are you able to follow, guys? Clear? Next type, what you have studied so far in foundation or school, irrespective of which school and which board, is only this. Dissolution, basics and advanced sums. Rest is new. Anybody studied how to account for insolvency? Adena. No change. Adena name na maru. We will see when the sum comes. Last step will change. Next is after insolvency, we will move on to, let's say, specific methods of dissolution. Under that, we have 2 methods, A and B. Maximum loss method, relative capital method. I'll explain in the ending, guys. Once you write down and let me explain. Maximum loss method and relative capital method. Purida. Done, guys. Able to follow? Till here, before I go to 4th chart, is module, one separate chapter in your study mat. This is the syllabus removed from Inter. Our fourth bucket has one more concept which is there in Inter new syllabus also. Are you able to follow? So, let me give you a quick brief. What is specific method of dissolution? Maximum loss and relative capital. One sum can be solved using the regular way of solving and also maximum loss or relative capital method. Both ways you can solve. You will get the same answer, but regular method not 20 minutes to mudipinga sum. This maximum loss or relative capital one sum will take 2 hours in class. Exam 40 minutes, 45 minutes, you will based on your speed it will come down. Able to understand guys? Clear? Adhe sum now, but a different approach of solving the sum. Are you understanding? Why are we doing a different approach? What's the logic? When I come there I will explain, not today's class. Clear guys? So this is what is the first module, separate chapter. Then there is one more unit in your study mat, separate unit called amalgamation of firms. This is a separate bucket. This chapter, anybody watching recording, this is there even in your new syllabus. Okay. This part, amalgamation of firms, do not attend, especially recording students, do not attend if you have not studied amalgamation chapter, because it's the same. First step is PC computation, second step accounting in the books of selling company, here books of selling firm, there book accounting in books of buying company, here books of buying, everything else is same, no change. Company badla firm marakama. Able to understand guys, that's it. Amalgamation of firms. Under that we have some sub points. First you write down amalgamation of firms, then sale to company, conversion of firm to company. Three type of sums majorly, and three type of things: amalgamation of firms, sale to company, conversion of firm to company. Let me just give you a quick difference between these three. Amalgamation of firms means what? Two firms are now continuing to be a new firm, firm to firm, correct? Old is firm plus firm, new also is firm. Sale to company now, firm is being purchased by company. So earlier selling books la firm, buying books la company. Are you understanding? Firm vaangitaan company. So selling books is firm, buying books is company. Conversion of firm to company now, again firm but not purchased, converted to another company. Are you understanding? Here we don't have any concept of merger, pooling of interest, purchase method. Simple, straightforward, one type of solving. Are you understanding? This also will get to the later part. So this is your type of sums you can expect in this chapter. One sum of 20 marks is mandatory guys. Understand? Every attempt is not going to be same. They will keep changing, but trend 10 attempts now, 8 attempts la. This is standard. Amalgamation one sum of 20 marks, partnership one sum of. So by this month when we finish this chapter, you are done with 50 marks on the exam. Amalgamation 20, partnership 20, standards also we finished 5. How many? 17, 22, 7, 9, 4. 5 more stop. 6 or 7 are left. So half standards are done. So almost 50 marks will be done once this chapter gets over. So understand 20, 40 marks you will get guys easily. Sometimes if this doesn't come for 20, it will come for 10 or 15. Then consolidation will come for 20 or 15. Are you able to follow guys? Clear? Any question can come for 20. Either advanced basic either an advanced sum can come. Insolvency not worth 20. One that 10 marks sum, not beyond that. Specific methods, any of this method can easily come for 20 marks. Very much worth it. Amalgamation of firms, in these three anything can come for 20 marks. Are you understanding guys? Attempt by attempt they keep changing. Pretty easy to predict also. In the vati which will not come, I can tell. More than saying which can come. For example, the specific methods is important. Last 3 kekla. So this time they may ask, because it's leaving us and going to foundation. Amalgamation of firms is still there. He can ask in new syllabus also. Okay. Done, guys. That's it. With this, we are done with the background as to what you are going to learn in this chapter. Straight away getting into sums. Sir, what is the concept of sums? Very simple. Do you all remember accounting in the books of selling company in amalgamation which we did previous chapter? Adeda. Same. There, what are the accounts you open? Realization account, bank or cash account, we will call it cash also. Shareholders account, badla what we will write? Partners account. And buying company. Inga buying company irukuma. Firm closing down. That's it. These three ledgers, sum over. Rest everything is the same. But for the benefit of those attending only this chapter, let me just spend 5 minutes to revise fully. Just 5 minutes to revise fully. Those who are watching recording again, please finish watching amalgamation and come here. There's a reason. I explained the same thing over there for 40-45 minutes. Shifting house, are you understanding, guys? Let me just give a quick brief for those who are attending only this chapter first time or forgot amalgamation or joined amalgamation late. Quick revision, and then straight away we can go to question number 1. Okay. Fine, guys. Are you all there? Did you get the hard copy? Not yet. Gave it for print long back. The day I put the PDF in group, it's gone for print, but now it's not in my hands. It has to come. Okay. Fine. Let's start, guys. Just a small background. I'll maybe express in different way than the same way I would do an amalgamation. End of the day, we have to close the balance sheet. Dissolution, shutting down of business. If we are shifting from this class, the first thing we have to do is pack everything over here and put it in a truck, put it in a lorry or something, correct? So, we have zero where in balance sheet, because the existing firm, old firm is no more there and the book say career. So, basically what you are going to do, you are going to sell your assets, settle liabilities and balance money, asset minus liability, you will pay the capital. Remember, everything will not happen on same day. You can't sell all the assets and settle liabilities on the ஒரே நாள்ல பண்ண முடியாது. It's a process which takes time. So, நான் என்ன சொல்றேன், சரி dissolution start பண்ணிட்டியா? Let it take even 4 years. I don't care. But don't show balance sheet to what stakeholders and fool them. Balance sheet should become 0. Assets should become 0. If assets should become 0, what is the entry? Asset should become 0, na asset credit pannuma. To asset, debit what? Realization account. Purida. If liability should become 0, entry is liability to realization account. What is realization account for those who are attending newly? When you shift your house, irukara thuni, asset, clothes, everything will put into one truck. Then from the truck only you will decide what you need, what you want to sell. Even those unwanted things will be packed up. Unwanted things also will be packed. Later you will dispose them, correct? So here what we are saying, pack everything into this account. Later you decide whether I will sell or not sell. Are you understanding, guys? So my step 1 is transfer of all assets and all liabilities to realization account. Similarly, I will transfer what? Partners capital to capital account. The difference is in amalgamation, one capital account. Here, multi-column account, partnership, no. How many are partners? That many columns we will put. Already attended dissolution before, partnership. Parthirkingla? No. Okay, fine. See, this and all நம்ம வந்து முன்னாடி சாப்டர்ல படிச்சிட்டோம். So that's why I'm going a little fast here. That alone, try to get the recording. I will ensure Marvin gives it to you today itself. YouTube link. You got it today. Fine, you take it on the chapter you can see. Next class you can catch up. Anyway, we don't have class tomorrow. Okay. Fine. Following, guys. Okay. No class tomorrow because it's sports day. Those who are not participating, I understand. I can see only those who didn't participate in the class in sports day. Okay. Except Nivedita was the only one who came, correct? Huh? And Bishal. Bishal came second off. Half the class injured in football yesterday. Okay. Badminton or 3 pair kaladi sprain cramp came. Then we have to massage and all. Football every 5 minutes for each person sprain vella antam. Na cricket team build pandra yaar aadapom yarume illa paadradhu cricket. Okay. Fine. Let's proceed, guys. Yeah. Yeah. So that is the first step. First step is transferring everything to realization account. Second step is settling of my assets and liabilities. Third step is settling the partner's capital. That's it. You remember this, guys? Adina. So again, I'm talking to those who are watching recording. Please ensure you watch amalgamation chapter before this. Sir, illa sir, I want to study partnership first. Exam, everything is there. So that's the reason. You get it, guys. Okay. So let's start off with question number 1. Adhe thing. Basically, in amalgamation, you have 3 things. PC, step 1 is PC, accounting in selling company books, accounting in buying company. Now we are doing accounting in selling company books, firm. Later PCU buying company will do in rest of the chapter. I will be able to follow, guys. Anybody here attending this without amalgamation? I missed amalgamation, sir. Offline. New student, okay. Anybody else online? You can catch up in one day, no problem. Fine. Can we start, guys? This chapter also. Now, amalgamation, how many of you prepared your library of adjustments? That's it. I told you 1, 2, 3. I challenged you in first class. End of the class, only 3, 4 will prepare. The number will keep going, reducing. This chapter also. Please updating your library. It's not only the sums that we do in class for library. You will do sums from outside of. Wherever you find a unique sum, remember the day before exam. Adamattu, if you revise in one main or 2 basic sums, you revise the entire chapter in 1 hour. It's going to save a huge lot of time for you. Okay. So let's start the question, guys. Whatever is unique, new concepts with the sum I will teach whenever that sum comes. Okay. So let's start question number 1. Let me read the first question to save time. P, Q and R are partners sharing profits and loss in the ratio 2:2:1. What if ratio is not given? 1:1:1. Default partnership act. Okay. Their balance sheet on 31st March is given as follows. Assets, all familiar assets, plant and machinery, fixtures, still cash, familiar assets. Capital, they have given 3 balances. Thankfully, all credit balance. Debit vanda vara mari pannosam. All credit. Reserve fund means what? General reserve. That's it. Different questions, they'll use different name. It's not something else. General reserve. Creditors also is given. Clear off. Come down. They decided to dissolve the business. The following are the amounts realized. These are the amounts realized. That is step 2. We will see where to go there. Then they are giving some adjustments. Creditors allowed a discount of 5% and realization expense amounted to 1,500. When I get to the adjustment, I will teach you that. There was unrecorded asset of 6,000. Okay, fine. Was taken over by Q at 4,800. We will see when we get there. A bill of 4,200 due for sales tax was received during the course of realization and also was paid. Fine. We will deal with it when we get there. Step 3 now. Okay. They are asking you to prepare 3 accounts. Realization account, partners capital and cash account. You will prepare apart from this journals. First sum. Journals template. So quickly, guys, prepare the 3 ledgers. Full question visible? Yeah. Prepare the 3 ledgers and journals. I hope you all know to prepare ledgers and journals. Do it, guys. Done, guys. All of you done with the ledgers, journals. Okay. Now, if you're done, let's start discussing, guys. PQR, correct? Okay. How many of you wrote your cash account without writing opening balance in the account? Cash account without opening balance. Okay, no problem. Capital account without opening balance. No problem. Fine. Journal entries heading kurtingla. Journal entries in the books of PQR and Co. Did you give the heading? No, that should also be there. Important, guys. If you wrote opening balance, good. Otherwise, make it a habit to write opening balance wherever available. But anyway, that's going to be our first step. Transfer as vandru, correct? So now the first step is transfer of all assets and liabilities to realization account. Will I transfer all assets except cash? Now remember, in amalgamation I told you, some sums you transfer cash, some you don't transfer cash. In partnership, if you solve 100 sums, in 99 sums they don't transfer cash. Cash account is always a separate account. Are you all able to follow, guys? Cash account is always a separate account. Clear? Online, are you guys following? Just hold on 1 second. Online, are you following, guys? Okay. Yeah, perfect. So first step is transfer of all assets. What is the entry, guys? Realization account debit to all sundry assets because it's not mandatory. You know the entry. You write separately also, it's fine. But ledger, in journal I'm saying, but ledger you have to write everything in detail. 2. Plant and machinery, first sum I'll write in detail. How much? 1,08,000. Then 2 furniture and fixtures, 24,000. Then 2 stock, 60,000. 2 debtors, 48,000. That's it. These 4, correct? Can I write sundry assets and merge panni eltuma? Not in the solution of ledger. Journal you write for your practice, it's fine, but not in the ledger. Clear, guys? Similarly, liabilities by 48,000. This is my first step. Transfer of assets and liabilities to realization account. Realization account debit to sundry assets, creditors to realization account. Done, guys, all of you? Hello, all of you with me? Okay. What is the next step? No. Transfer. See, remember, guys, whether you're accounting in selling company books in amalgamation or dissolution, the first step always balance sheet total should become at this stage, if you see, at this stage, plant and machinery, fixtures, stock, debtors became 0. Creditors also became 0. 3 more things are yet to do. Those who transferred opening balance, okay. But those who didn't transfer opening balance, capital account, reserve fund, cash, it is 0 aknuma. I should make this also 0. So this also should be transferred. So cash account, write opening balance. Those who wrote, good job. 2 balance brought down how much? 60,000. Are you all able to follow, guys? Similarly, capital account 1,20,000, 48,000, 24,000. We will write 2, checking if you're all awake on the side, okay. By balance, brought down, how much? 1,20,000, 24,000. Clear? Huh? So once you write opening balance, cash also closed, capital account also closed. You know, one item balance sheet it's hanging. Which one? Reserve fund. How much? What to do with this? Distribute to partners in what ratio? Profit sharing ratio. Sir, end reserve, whatever reserve, capital reserve, general reserve, they won't have the terms here, but if it's there, whatever reserve, transfer to partners in profit sharing ratio. Sir, why sir profit sharing ratio? Why not capital ratio? Anybody, why profit sharing ratio? Why not capital ratio? I mean, the answer came from this side. Reserves are an accumulation of profit. Profit is shared in profit sharing ratio. As simple as that. Okay. Because in this chapter, as we keep going, different scenarios ratio maru. Silarthla PSR, Silarthla it will be capital ratio. If you mug up, in exam you will get confused. Edhukku sir endha ratio. If you understand conceptually, you don't have to memorize. Reserves are what? Nothing but profits of previous years. Previous year profits went to partners in what ratio? Profit sharing ratio. So this also PSR by reserve fund. What's the amount? 60,000? No. 24,000? 12,000. I hope you're writing entries, guys. Ursamka write entries because that will may come in exam. But even if you don't, what's the entry for reserve fund transfer? Can anyone tell me? Reserve fund account debit to piece capital Q's. So reserve fund account debit to piece capital to Q's capital to R's capital. 60,000, 24, 24, 12. This is my entry. In the sum of entry kekla, but if he is asking in main exam, you should not be like I don't know the entry. Transfer entries, clear? Done, guys, all of you, hello. So this is my entry. So at this stage, what have you done? You have basically done nothing. You have not applied your mind anywhere. All you did was shut down. Balance sheet shut down pandinga. You close the balance sheet. We don't need balance sheet anymore. Correct? You have closed the balance sheet. Now only adjustment is start up. All you have done is presentation of values in a different format in 3 ledgers. One balance sheet is transferred to 3 ledgers and 9 out of 10 sums. It's going to be these 3 things: realization, cash, capital account. We may have additional ledgers, but not less than this. Realization and partners capital is mandatory. Very rarely, rare means very rarely, once in 10 years, one sum will come where cash account is not needed. Purida, are you able to follow, guys? Clear? Can we proceed further? Is this same as amalgamation? So far what we have done? Pretty much the same. Anga shareholders account, partners capital. Apart from that, conceptually same. That's it. This whole chapter is that much only. Now let's go for adjustments. We are selling each of these 4 assets for 1,02,000, 18, 84, 44, 400. Entry, guys. Here we have cash account. Cash or bank? Cash account debit 2. I'll again explain for benefit of others. Normally when I sell the asset, enna entry poduvinga? Cash or bank account debit 2. Asset account. This is entry. Correct? But na asset account poda mudiyadu. Yeah. Because we transfer to which account? So I will credit what? Realization account. All because Sir, எனக்கு புரியல sir. Look at your realization account. All the assets are on debit side. Now if I write buy cash here, when I write buy cash here, what is the total amount? 1 lakh 2 plus 18,000 plus 84 plus 44 400. What's the total, guys? 2 lakh 48. Now focus just on this. Whatever I'm highlighting in yellow is the book value. Whatever I'm circling in the yellow is the sale of these assets. Correct? Now look at the difference of this yellow alone, profit or loss. Yellow mattu. We have a profit of 8,000. Profit comes anyway on the income side, credit side. Correct? Realization account is like a multi-purpose account, but for profit, treat it like a P&L account. So profit is coming this side. So simply solnuna, all these assets are sold for 2,48,400. We have a profit of 8,400. Are you understanding, guys? That's what we basically did. Sorry? Avanu net effect la mark kuduthrom. See, net effect in this sum, like coming seriously to your point, this sum net effect is easy. Sometimes each asset will be settled in a different manner. Then to find this, they'll tell 1,08,000 is taken over by partners, 24 is sold for 40, 60 is settled only for 40,000. Then each thing you will do, one will be, see here, overall profit. What if one asset profit, one asset loss, break even comes? Each sum will have different adjustments. Here, by accounting here, automatically profit is computed. Anyway, when you are doing net effect, you have to do computation in working note. That is only this. Okay. Fine. We are done with this. Sir, what is new in this chapter, sir? This paragraph below the table. Till the assets realized is the same so far. Only the paragraph below is new for us. One second, trying. This sum, no need entries. Since we are preparing rough entry, you can pass cash account debit to sundry assets. Total of this. Yeah, bank account debit to realization. Correct. Bank account debit to realization is fine. Ledger is already closed, no? Here also buy cash, yes. Because the entry you are passing is what? Because that time each asset was sold separately. Cash account debit to realization. One combined, that's it. Able to follow, guys? Clear? Okay. Next, one by one, if you look at the balance sheet, always remember, we need to see, நம்ம என்ன பண்றோம்னா, by transferring to this account, realization account, is the settlement done? No. We need to settle the items also, every item. So, this cash of 2,48,400 represents the settlement of this. Correct? What is yet to be settled? Creditors. Can I leave it like that? Now, if you don't do settlement, in some questions, silent or pang, they will not talk about creditors. If you leave it as it is, look at the net impact. You have a profit of. If you leave it creditors mattum, I am focusing only on creditors. If you don't do any adjustment for credit has a 48,000. In the pakkam debit edume illana, profit will remain as 48,000. Correct? Is it correct? Because creditors enna solranga, lose, don't pay me money in solli. You need to pay them money. Correct? So in this sum, how much are we paying them? Creditors allow a discount of, I told him, hey, naangle close pandrom. Put a small discount kurta, I'll be happy. He is saying, okay, take 5%. How much is that? 45,600. That means creditors worth 48,000 is settled for 45,600. Therefore, 2,400 is profit for me. What is the entry for settlement of 45,600? Normally it is creditors to cash. But in creditors account illiya. So I will debit what? Realization to cash, how much? 45,600. So I will go here and I will write down to realization account in bracket, sorry, to cash account. To cash account 45,600. Ensure you post in cash account also. Okay, now can you look at what I am highlighting in yellow? Look at the board guys. 48,000 on the credit side, debit side 45,600. What's the difference? 2,000, which is profit or loss? Adina inga irukka. So realization account, for every transaction it records the profit without your so previously for assets you got a profit of 8,400. Now you got a profit of 2,000. Total you got profit, correct? ஆனா நீ சம் முடிய போது you will get a total profit or total loss. உனக்கு தனித்தனி எவ்வளவு இருக்குன்னு உங்களுக்கு தெரியாது. ஏன்னா செட் ஆஃப் ஆயிடும். Are you understanding guys? Following? Are you all able to follow? See, I am just continuing the chapter from where I left off in amalgamation. If you are going in detail, I will spend much more time. I am sure you are aware about that. Okay? Clear? Done? Now we have to account for next adjustment. There are some 3 to 4 adjustments. Account for adjustments, close the sum. That's it. Okay? Let's go one by one. He is saying realization expenses. Let's go one by one. Let's not complicate it. அவன் என்ன சொல்றான்? Realization expenses amounted to 1,500. How to account? Realization to cash. So I'm doing direct posting to cash. How much? Here I will write by realization account 1,500. Are you all with me guys? Hello. Easy arka. Expense entry normally is expense to cash. Here it is. Realization to cash. That's all about it. Okay. Then there is an unrecorded asset for. Can I proceed or I'll wait? I'll hold on. Just finish off guys. Till expense you finish posting. I'll just give few seconds. Fine. Next, you try the entry, then I will teach. It's new one. There was an unrecorded asset of 6,000 which was taken over by Q at 4,800. Question purida. There is an unrecorded asset of 6,000 taken over by Q at 4,800. What's my normal entry? Q account debit to, so Rishmita says Q account to realization. Shreya says Q account to unrecorded asset. So if asset is not given to Q, realization to asset to, so we have 3 to 4 options. Anybody else? If you give it to Q, Q to realization. Okay, fine. If I don't give it, realization to unrecovered asset. Okay. So he's saying transfer to realization account, then make the settlement. Okay, now very simple. I started my realization because I am closing down my balance sheet. இருக்கிற எல்லா அசட்டும் liabilities and capital is closed by transferring. So you can't record anything back into the balance sheet now. Now while I am doing realization, some good soul came to the office and told, here, take a check for 10,000 rupees. You are surprised why I am getting paid 10,000 rupees. First you are asking him, are you paying to the correct person? He is saying, yes, this is our firm name. We purchased goods from you 6 months back. We couldn't pay that time. That's why we are paying you 10,000. What you will tell? Hey, no need. Let's go. If you are getting money, what you will tell? That too not free money. Something that had to be paid for me because I did not unrecorded asset, I did not account properly. Adnala the firm close. You didn't account properly. Are you able to follow, guys? So because you didn't account properly, one asset which was supposed to be there in your balance sheet for how much? 6,000. So according to me, it is not even a receivable, because in my viewpoint, my balance sheet receivable is 0. But now he is paying. How much is paying? 4,800 only he is giving, correct? He is paying me only 4,800. Will you fight and tell, hey, give me 6,000? Or you will be happy you got 4,800? Happy you got 4,800. Because according to you, so you got 4,800. So forget this chapter. Forget dissolution. Normal accounting. If somebody comes and gives you, hey, take the money, 4,800, I should have paid you. What is the entry you will pass? Cash account debit to P&L account. Correct? Ideally, I would have credited what? Debtors account. But na debtors account create panliye. So I will credit what? P&L. Are you all accepting for this? Normally, if somebody walks in and tells, say, Karthik, I should pay you 5,000 rupees and gives me 5,000, hey, he really I should give you, no, I will take the money. I will keep it. My entry in my books will be bank to P&L. Correct? Now come to this chapter. Can I credit P&L? What's my P&L here? That's it. This is the entry if question ends here. So I should have received what? Cash. But who is taking this cash? Q. That means Q is taking money. For example, follow guys. If Q's account is like this, Q's capital account, and if Q has a balance, credit balance of 30,000, what does that represent? The firm pays him 30,000, correct? Partner account, like credit side, if there's a balance, opening balance, it means I have to pay him. What Q is saying, I will take 4,800. Now how much I have to pay him? Balancing figure is less. That means what I have to pay the partner, he is taking little bit in advance itself. How much is that? 4,800. So instead of debiting cash, I will debit what? Q's capital. Because instead of me collecting and giving it to the partner, partner is directly taking the money. So I don't have to pay the partner. Entry is Q's capital to realization account. Purida. This is the entry. How many of you got this first? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Some of you have done the other way. Record and then settle. Net effect will be the same. But we are not even recording because director pay panta. So what is the impact for me? I don't have to pay my partner. Correct? I don't have to pay my partner. That's it. As simple as can get. See, if you record, what entry you will pass? Asset account debit to what? If you record for 6,000 and you are getting 4,800, it's not a loss because it's a loss if this 6,000 was an asset in balance sheet. So whatever you get is fully gain. Able to follow? You just found that as an asset. You have to settle that next. No. This whole chapter is about selling it. Yes, no, you can't transfer realization account because It's not, see, what is transferred to realization account is what is there in balance sheet. The entire amount becomes gain. Like how here 4,800 fully became gain, Q's capital realization, full amount becomes gain. See, what is the normal entry? Cash account to P&L, correct? So fully we are taking to gain, so fully becomes gain. If you sell, yes. If partner is not taking, it will be cash account debit to realization account, because partner is taking Q's capital to realization. Got it, guys? So go and post in respective places in Q's capital, which side? Debit side to realization account, how much? 4,800. In cash account, yeah, realization account by Q's capital 4,800. Are you all able to follow, guys? Purida? Record பண்ணி transfer பண்ணா, but logically not correct. எப்படி record பண்ணுவேன்? என்ன entry போடுவேன்? If you're recording again, you're creating a new asset. இப்போதான் balance sheet close பண்ண, திருப்பி you're opening balance sheet. So logically will not be correct. Answer will be the correct. And even if you're recording, record at 4,800, not at 6,000. Record at 6,000, உங்களுக்கு loss வந்துரும் அப்புறமா. Able to follow, guys? Can we proceed? Last adjustment. Guys, are you all understanding, guys? This is new. A bill for 4,200 due to sales tax was received during the year and was paid. During the year, sales tax department told, hey, எனக்கு காசு நீ கொடுக்கவே இல்லை, இந்த 4,200. He threw the bill on my face and told, make the payment. Can I tell, sorry, I will not pay, or I should pay? I have to pay. What is the entry for payment of tax? Normal entry will be tax expense to cash account. Do I have that tax expense account? So entry will be, it's like realization expense. Realization account to cash, how much? 4,200. Are you all with me, guys? Anand, done, finish the sum. 4,200, go to realization account. To cash 4,200 by realization 4,200, tax expense, all of that. This is how your accounts will look now. Are you all following, guys? Clear? Everybody done till here? Posting, realization, cash and capital account முடிச்சிட்டீங்களா? Is there any other adjustment in the question? No. So we have to close the ledgers. As usual, guys, what's the first ledger to close? Can you close and tell me the profit or loss? 9,000? Very good. In the profit, என்ன பண்றது? Earlier we used to transfer to shareholders account. Now we transfer to partners capital in what ratio? By realization account, which is nothing but profit, in the ratio of 2:2:1. How much? Are you all able to follow, guys? Till after this you stop. Don't do next. After this you stop. Come till here and stop. Capital account, you get this, and realization profit will be 9,900. I'll give you all a minute. Come till here and stop. Are you all with me, guys? Okay. Now, what is new in partnership is, till this step, transferring realization profit is going to be very similar to amalgamation, or each sum is going to be similar. Only after this, insolvency, many things we saw is going to vary. Each sum will have a different thing. How do I close, sir? In partnership, your cash account and capital account will generally close in parallel. Simultaneous close pannu ore time la. You can't close one account and close the other account. You have to close in a simultaneous manner. I will show you. Can you close capital account and tell me what is the balance in each of the partners? 1 lakh, 960, 37, 980. Are able to follow, guys? Understanding? What does this balance represent? Amount to be paid to the, loudly guys, what does it represent? Amount to be paid to the partners. Can you total all of this and tell me how much cash is needed to pay partners? All these three total, 2 lakh, 57. All of you check, come till here and check if you all got this. Madhu got it, 257 100. So now this account communicates what to me? Communicates what? Amount to be paid to partners is 2 lakh. Go and check how much cash you have. Go and check how much cash is left. Do it guys. Do it. 257. Sum is over. That's it. 257 100. Come here and write down. To cash account. Other sum. Don't write balance to carry forward and all. To cash account. 257 100. This is my closing balance in cash. Are you able to follow, guys? That is next. I'm going to come there. Done, all of you? Online Murstingla, are you able to follow, guys? Done till here. If you want, copy down. But more than copying down, get it right. That's why I told you cash and capital is simultaneous closing. Parallel close up. Done, online Ram, Hari, Jeevita, all of you got the answer. Gautam. Okay, perfect. Okay, now follow. Many times people ask me, sir, how sir, Magica sir, how both are tallying equally? Is it in this sum or coincidence? Huh? Every sum it has to tally like this. There cannot be extra cash. That means extra cash is there, sir. Some wrong. That's all. If extra cash is there, you made a mistake. How can you have cash after paying partners? The whole idea here is I want you to understand the logic of how beautifully it's tallying. What is happening, sir? And purila sir, eppadi sir the magic mari varudhu. Get the logic and that's it. You need to find the science behind it. How it's happening. In every sum it will tally. Only in some cases, cash will never be more. That means you made a mistake. But cash can be less. That time partners have to bring in cash. That's it. Or they have to do internal adjustment between partners. We will do sums like that. See, what is basically happening is, if I have to summarize this for you in terms of logic, if I have a balance sheet, assets 500, liabilities 300, capital 200. Purida. What we are doing is actually, follow carefully, guys. If you understand this in the next 5 minutes, logic is set for you. Logic is set. We are done with the logic. This is a normal thing. I am doing the same thing with our normal things. I am transferring to realization account. How much comes on debit side? 2 assets. Credit side, by liability 300. Correct? Capital account, assume only one partner for simplicity purpose. Credit side 200. If I am doing normal settlement, I will sell this for Assume everything is coming at book value. Assume everything is at book value. Look at the logic, guys. I'm selling at 500, paying liabilities of 300. So I have a extra cash of 200 which I settle the partners, correct? So I'm writing cash account, no cash account, everything is assets. Okay. Now I'm selling assets for 500. So I will get by cash 500, correct? So cash account 500. Then I'll settle liabilities for how much? To cash account 300. Cash settle for 300. What is the profit loss and realization account? 0. Because I sold assets at book value, settle liabilities at book value. This is closed at 0. How much cash is left? That is settled for partners 200, some more, correct? If everything happens at book value using ledgers, correct? Are you all able to follow, guys? Now, if there is a profit, where does that profit comes? Look at the magic here, guys. The profit is coming in which account? Realization account. That profit comes because this asset of 500 is maybe sold for 600. So how much I'll have profit? But that 100 is there in cash also plus 100. Correct? Cash plus 100 varda. This profit is transferred where? Partners capital 100. So I have to settle them how much? 300. I have 300. Are you following? So basically any profit or loss, increase or decrease, gets adjusted in realization account, and that profit or loss is transferred to capital account. Correspondingly, cash movement because of profit or loss goes to cash account. So it will invariably tally. Are you following? I gave you now for example, small sum. Adeda we did in big sum. It happens, the sum is, we solve it in such a way it happens internally. Ide samla, liability instead of 300 is settled at 270. You will have a profit of 30. You will also save the cash of 30. So profit increased by 30, cash increased by 30, tallied. Purida. Every time there is an expense you have to pay extra, it's a loss. Cash also reduces, tallied. Every profit increases my cash, every loss brings my cash down, net effect gets settled in capital account. Purida. Are you all able to follow, guys? Understanding the logic behind the whole thing? Clear? Rishmita understood? Anybody wants me to explain again? Okay. So we are done with question number 1. If we start question 2, we may go beyond 10. I will take a small question which gets over in 5 minutes. Okay. Yes. Here also we are doing the same thing. What did you do in unrecorded asset liability? If there is an unrecorded asset sold, we passed realization account debit to cash, correct? For selling, if you sell, if you receive the entry, we would have passed this cash to, that's what I am doing here. I credited realization, instead of cash I debited Q's capital, same, no change, there and here, unrecorded asset, whether amalgamation or partnership, in both we don't bring the asset back. Unless buying company wants to take over, we bring the asset in the books of buying company and use it for computation of PC, but it's still not recorded in the books of selling company as a new asset. Got it? In amalgamation, what happens? I have to settle to my shareholders. Their consideration is received in 2 forms: shares of other company and cash of other company. So the consideration payable used to be a combination of shares plus cash. So there also cash used to close, we used to transfer to shareholders account. Here the entire cash is given to partners because we don't have a buying company. Got it? Even there in selling company, did you ever have a sum where cash was extra? Accounts used to close. All the accounts closed. We never had extra cash. Sir, na accounts la close panta sir. Cash extra irukku nee thappu pandruken. You made a mistake somewhere. Able to follow, guys? Clear? Now let's go to question number 5. Small sum. Okay, small sum. We can finish in 15 minutes. Are you all with me to do it now? Hello? With me? So, this sum we are shifting to insolvency of all partners. I will teach the theory in exactly 30 seconds. Insolvency of all partners means what is more than what? That means I have some money which I can't pay. Pay to whom? Creditors or partners. It could be both. I can't pay creditors or partners. Will the legal heir pay? Insolvency of all partners. Will the legal heir pay? If father has a loan of 100 crores, father died, will son pay that money? Father's property is zero. Father's property is zero. Will son pay? So law protects the legal heir by saying you are not responsible for the liabilities incurred by previous generation. Otherwise, what everybody will plan, I will take 10,000 crores loan, have 10 kids and leave. That's it. Then those 10 kids will again take loan and have another 10 kids. Population will increase, loan also will increase. Okay. So liabilities is not legally inherited, only property. So if liability is more than assets, insolvency of all partners, in this sum what you have to do, solve in the same way. Ending there will be a deficit that cannot be paid. You have to find out the deficit, that's all. How do you know it's insolvency of all partners? Sir, heading la kuduthirukeenga sir. Question, when you read you should understand. So let me read the question. 15 minutes. We will go until 9:55. Whatever happens, then we'll go for a break. 10 to 10:30. Break 10:30 to 1 or 1:15, 1:30 based on the last sum. Duration 1:30 I will stop. 2 o'clock I have another class. 10 to 10:30 I have a meeting to take. So I'll take in laptop. So 9:55 I will stop. Okay. Amal and Bimal are in equal partnership. I will go in same slow speed only. Some mudido will till 9:55. Okay. Amal and Bimal are in equal partnership. That means what is the ratio? 1:1. Their balance sheet stood as follows. Creditors account first போட்டுருக்கான் பாருங்க. அங்கே he is signing, giving a hint. Creditors 4,800. Amal's capital 750. Bimal's drawings basically negative capital, correct? 550. Then they gave some assets. From this you can't conclude it's insolvency of all partners. Just because creditors is on first does not mean it is. Should I follow schedule 3 here? Partnership T format. Question also will be in T format. Clear guys? Come down. Assets realized as under. Fine. This is normal now. By seeing this I can't conclude it's insolvency of all partners. Values are given. Able to follow guys. Persa adjustment illa. Okay. First. Only one adjustment. What? Expense of realization amounted to 175. Entry guys. Realization to cash. Now look at this. Amal's private assets. Why should I go to your private assets first of all? Like, that means I am asking you to pay from your private money because firm money is not available. That means we are looking at some kind of deficit. Correct? It's not sufficient to even pay his partner insolvent. Amal's private assets are not sufficient to pay Amal's private debts. He is not even able to pay his own private loan. Forget about paying for the firm. Okay, Bimal's private asset has a surplus of 200 only. In my pocket I have a 200 rupee note. Take this, leave me, I am insolvent. Show necessary ledger accounts of the firm. Are you able to follow guys? This last line gives me a hint that it may be insolvency of both partners. But now some solve panna theriyum. Sir, how to quickly check? How do I quickly check in a second? Take your calculator. Total assets you add. Asset realized. Total assets 1250 plus 150 plus 400 plus 500. Is there any cash in the question? How much? Can you add that also? How much cash I have in my hands? 2000. Bimal can bring how much? Adiyum add pannikko. How much? 2000. Sir, na tapa panda sir. Round off pannikko. 3000 you round off if you want. But exactly I have how much? 2000. If I add all the assets realized, what's the liability? Liabilities are more than assets. Partners should bring in money. Can they bring money? No. That means whatever they can't bring, whatever loss creditors are facing, compute panni vidnu. Are you understanding? So since creditors are not going to be fully settled in this sum, let's keep creditors account separately. Are you all able to follow, guys? So they are saying open ledger accounts. I can solve the sum without keeping creditors account separately also. I will do that later. Open 4 ledgers, guys. Realization, cash, capital. These 3 are same as all sum. Keep what separately? Because I have a hint that அவங்களுக்கு pay பண்ணல எவ்வளவு pay பண்ண கண்டுபிடிக்கணுமா. So creditorsல closing balance unpaid amount. Are you able to follow, guys? So open how many accounts? Open 4 accounts. Actually open 5. I will tell you what's the 5th account. We will open it later, not now. Open 4 for now. Realization account. Yeah, drawings is 550, surplus is 200, still there's a drawings of 350. He has to pay that, he's not having money, so insolvent. So you can conclude, yeah, we can conclude using them. Perfect. Realization, cash, capital account, only how many columns, guys? Amal and Bimal. And we are also opening creditors account. Don't expect this sum for 20 marks, 5 marks or 6 marks. If it's insolvency of all partners, open liabilities account. I will do it without opening creditors account also. Let's finish this. You can follow whichever works for you. Open the 4 ledgers, have space to open one more small ledger, 3 lines. I will name the ledger in the end of the sum, not now. Okay, let's quickly write, guys. Now, regular sum, first step is transfer all the assets and liabilities. Keep opening cash, opening capital. Arla no change. Every sum standard rule. So, transferring all the assets. I will write 2 sundry assets, you write the whole, each breakup. How much, guys? 25 plus 500 plus 1000 plus 800, 800, correct? How much, guys, totally? 4000. So 25 plus 500 plus 1000 plus 800 gives me 4800. Similarly, cash opening balance, 2 balance brought down, how much, guys? 200. Similarly, go to partners capital account. Balance comes on which side? Both sides, guys. By balance brought down, for Amal 750, for Bimal 550. Creditors also, by balance brought down 4800. Irkra balance a copy paste to respective ledgers. That's all you are going to do. Nothing else apart from that. I will again show you. Capital account la transfer opening capital balance, cash account la transfer, creditors account la transfer opening creditors account, cash account la transfer opening cash account, realization account you transfer opening realization account. Are you all with me, guys? What happened? Why Naren is not coming? CMA main exams, Inter. Okay. Able to follow, guys? Realization account, cash account, capital and creditors. Have you transferred, guys, everything? Can you do this step by yourself without my help? Hello, this is standard for every sum in partnership. நீ 100 sum பண்ணாலும் in all 100 sums is standard base. Sir, no time, sir. If you do this of transfer entry, 1/2 mark or 2 marks, 1 mark you will get, depending upon the size of the sum. Clear, guys? Next follow, guys. Look at the balance sheet now. What are the total of assets? 0, we closed it, no. Balance sheet, has it become 0 asset side? Yes. Liability has become 0. That means I have packed my assets and liabilities into a truck. It's done. Clear, guys? I have cleared. Always ensure that as the first step. Don't even look at, you don't even have to read what sum it is in partnership. Resolution da irukum syllabus la exam la. So idha first step. Are you understanding, guys? Now I have to come and do adjustments. Only 2 adjustments. Asset realized and expense. Asset realized and expense. What is the entry for asset realized? Bank or cash account? We have cash account here. Bank account debit 2. Realization how much? 2,300. Total of this, guys, 1250 plus 150 plus 400 plus 500. How much? 2,300. Are you all able to follow, guys? So come here and post in your cash account 2, realization account 2,000 by cash account 2,000. Are you all able to follow, guys? Easy, difficult? Hello, understanding? If I didn't tell you it's insolvency of all partners, nee sama normal la potruppa. Correct? Only because I told you it's insolvency of all partners, you are thinking, ayo, sum where am I popo? Otherwise, it's the same sum. That's the whole thing. Because people tell you in the society market, CA is difficult, you will think it's difficult and the way you study is different. Otherwise, study every day for 10 hours, do it for 6 months. Who's going to stop you? What is difficult to study every day? As simple as that. But solder is easy, but it's hard to do it. But I can tell because I have done it. Okay, fine. Next, expense. Expense is how much? 175. What is the entry, guys? Realization 2, cash. So 2 expense how much? By realization 175. 2 realization, 2 cash, correct? In bracket I will write expense, 2 cash, correct? In bracket I will write here expense by realization. Clear, guys? Expense adjustment ella sumliyum varum. I will tell now itself, exam it will come. Whether amalgamation or partnership, one expense adjustment will come. Half mark. Complication can come, expense incurred, reimbursed and the like, but the expense will come. Done, guys? Any other adjustment in the question? Unfortunately, nothing else. Now we have to close the books. What is the first step for closing, guys? Close my realization account and find the profit or loss. Of course, I am going to have what? Loss. 2,675. Transfer this to partners capital. 2 realization loss how much? 1337.5. 1337.5. Are you all with me, guys? Hello, following, clear? Loss, profit, all sums profit will come. So other side, realization loss. Done, guys? Clear? All of you got 2675. So we have closed the realization account is closed. See, I am going in speed at which I left off in the previous chapter, amalgamation. Otherwise, இன்னைக்கு இன்னும் first sum போட்டுருப்பேன் if I am starting partnership. Okay. Especially recording students, follow amalgamation path, you watch this. Done, clear, understanding. So we are done with realization account. Loss is accounted here. But in this sum, one thing is different. Usually what we'll do next step, cash account and capital account close in parallel. Can I do that here? Because before I pay my capital, யாருக்கு pay பண்ணனும்? I am still yet to make payment to creditors. But can I pay them full 48? How much I can pay? Whatever is left in cash. 2000. This much only I can pay. I am telling creditors, creditors, I should pay you 48, but I can't pay you 48. I have only 48 minus. Oh yeah, Bimal has a surplus. Sorry guys, I missed that. Bimal has a surplus of 200. So he will bring the surplus money. Entry is cash account debit to Bimal. So write down 2. $200 in capital account by cash account 200. Are you all able to follow, guys? Bimal is bringing in money. Entry is bank account debit to Bimal's capital. I missed that entry, so sorry. You should have passed it before itself. Close பண்ணதுக்கு முன்னாடியே you could have passed the entry. Okay. Bank account debit to Bimal's capital. Are you all able to follow, guys? We are using cash here because question is given cash. Cash account debit to Bimal's capital. Are you all following? Now can you close and tell me what's the loss? Sorry, what's the cash available? 25. Who will take this money? So by creditors 25. So come to creditors account. To cash 2525. Creditors unpaid amount is how much? They don't have an option about them accepting or not. Kaas illa kudukiradhukku. Because firm has only how much money? 2525. So this deficit of 2275 should be brought in by other partners, but A is insolvent. A is not having money to pay private debts. B is also insolvent, has only 200. So creditors should just pray to God and tell bad luck. That's it. Money is gone. Are you able to follow, guys? At this point is where I am fully satisfied. That's insolvency of all partners. Question padikkumbodhu I will know, because A and B don't have money. We did a rough working. We found deficit of, that deficit also was 2275. Starting of the sum, I made you do a deficit computation. That time also we had a deficit of 2275. Are you able to follow, guys? This deficit where I will transfer? Partners capital. So what I will do, instead of transferring to partners capital, I will transfer to a new account. Hold on. Can you close partners capital and tell me the balance? 5. Can you check the total of this matching with 2275? Is it matching, guys? Match aada. So this total, is it matching there? Hello. So what are they communicating in this? What are they communicating? There is a deficit of 2275 which should be brought in by A from his personal assets to the extent of 587.5 and B to the extent of 1687.5. But are they bringing in? No. Purida. Are you understanding, guys? Hello? Kaas illa. A is saying I have to give 587.5. Sorry. 50 paisa also I don't have. Able to follow, guys? Now how to close the ledger? I cannot write 2 creditors because I am not settling them, correct? So that's where my 5th ledger comes in. It's only for the purpose of presentation. This, what is the English word for this? 587 deficit, or one more word, deficiency. The firm is deficient, vitamin D deficiency. We are deficient to the extent of 587 1687. So I'll write 2 deficiency account in capital account. Oh, sorry, by deficiency. Here I will write 2 deficiency. to deficiency by deficiency, and I will open an account called deficiency account, and here I will write to creditors, correct? Huh? Yeah. By creditors, we are doing contraposting, guys. 2275, 2A, 2B, 587.5, 1687.5. Account will tally. Are you able to follow, guys? Are you able to follow, guys? An account called deficiency account is the new concept which comes only when all the partners are insolvent. What is this account representing, or in other words, communicating, implied communication to you that creditors are not paid to the extent of 2275, that money should have been brought in by A to the extent of 587.5 and B to the extent of 1687.5. Either deficient, insolvency, liability more than assets to the extent of 2275, partner share is so much. Are you following, guys? So sum is the same till the end. Ending la, how do I close my capital account is what varies in every sum. Every sum this will vary. Are you able to follow, guys? But till this balancing figure of 587.5 and 1687 same. Are you understanding, guys? This is called deficiency account. Anybody has a doubt here? Yes. Instead of opening creditor, can I directly post realization account? Yes. But that time, what to say? You should post it correctly. The settlement entry correct up. Which one? 2275. We will try that post break. Maybe you try it out same sum without opening creditors account. We will do that. I will do that because there is a pit where you will fall inside. We have to pay, no? Who knows what realization expense? Paid to whom? Who is the liquidator? Auditor. CA is the liquidator. Auditor will tell, I will not do this work. In a company, what income I will get? So law says, Companies Act says, in case of dissolution of a firm or company, first I will not pay creditors. I will pay only liquidator. So, sir, patro sir, who will take the 10 rupees and leave? Auditor. So, first expense you have to pay is the realization expense. Got it? So, we will pay them. Your doubt is why am I paying them and why not paying creditors? In the account, I prepare pandranga. Auditor. So, because I should be compensated. Able to follow, guys? Then this is question number 5. So, we are done with question 1 and question 5. 2 sums. We are able to accelerate in this speed because amalgamation is done. Only when we go to that maximum loss and other things, I have to again slow down. Till then, it's all the same. Take a sum, keep solving. 3 days, we can close this chapter. Okay. Long, full session days. Okay. Fine. You go for break, come back. We will resume with question number 2 post break. Advanced sums and resolution. Again, we will continue with sums. Each sum, whenever something is new, I will take it up. Okay. Can we start question number 2? It's a proper exam question for in the range of 15 to 20 marks. Minimum 15 marks, can go up to 20 based on how many more adjustments they add. Problem number 2, we will have someone to read. Online, am I audible to you guys before I start? Okay. We are just continuing the advanced accounts class now. Let's go ahead to question 2. 1 and 5 is done. Online, can I have Nandini to read question 2? Okay, pretty good sum. We will spend easily 1 hour minimum. More depends on how fast we go. Let me just brief the question again once for you. You have the balance sheet. Everything is familiar except this JLP, which from school days we used to hate. Admission, retirement, death, how to account, very difficult, sir. I'll get scared in the sum. So we will deal with it as it comes. Pretty simple in dissolution chapter. JLP is actually simple in dissolution compared to what you do in admission or retirement, because here we are shutting down settle பண்ணுவாங்க இருக்கிறத வித்துரு அவ்வளவுதான். Okay, then I'll just put that, what to say, alignment. Debtors is 18,000, JLP is 15,000, patents and trademark is 10,000, cash at bank is 8,000. Okay, apart from JLP everything else looks familiar. Loan on hypothecation of stock means they have taken a floating charge. In law, you have studied something called floating charge. On the loan, they have taken hypothecation of stock means floating charge has been taken. Secured loan, simplest one, secured loan is there. Then you have the other liabilities. We have Reed's loan. Will I treat Reed's loan, partner's loan, just like other liabilities or treat it like capital? Partner's loan, treat like liability or treat like capital? Treat like other liabilities. You would have studied in foundation order of repayment. First pay the outside liabilities, then pay partner's loan or partner's family loan, if any, then only I will pay capital. So it comes in middle. Outside liabilities kum capital nadula irukum in terms of repayment. Before capital, but after all the liabilities. Able to follow, guys? So we saw that. Then they gave the ratio. 4/9 is to 1, 2/9 is to 1, 1 is to 1/3. If we simplify, what is this? Sorry, 4 is to 2 is to 3. How do we do that? First, make everything comparable. So 1/3, I should make it like with base 9. So 1/3 into 3 becomes 3/9. So now I have 4/9, 2/9, 3/9. So I have 4 is to 2 is to 3. Purida. Fraction, 5th standard. I will teach if you have a doubt. We got the ratio 4 is to 2 is to 3. That's all in the first paragraph here. Any doubts? Read the question twice. Of course, first time reading you won't have the full understanding. You have the paragraph now. Even before going to the next step of sum, what should I do? Transfer all the assets to loud realization account, all liabilities to realization account, all capital to partner's capital account, loan on my will transfer, and make this balance sheet total as 0, including JLP. Treat it like an asset. JLP reserve, treat it like a reserve, like a general reserve, P&L account, capital reserve, transfer to the partners. Purida. Don't confuse JLP here. It's not complicated like how you did in school. What adjustment we did for JLP in school and foundation is difficult than inter. Really, dissolution unumela, settlement, you will see today. Treat it like an asset, treat it like a reserve. That's it. Take that fear away. Okay. Reserve, JLP reserve. Asset, treat like other assets. That's it. Treat like every other asset, stock, debtors. Yeah, reserve you have to transfer to partner's capital. Okay. Now come down, we will see adjustments. Of course, these adjustments are going to change our answer. I told you up to the table what we have learned. Now, AD has taken a loan from the insurers for 5,000. The security on the security of joint life policy. That means he took, using this JLP of how much? 15,000 asset. He took a loan of 5,000 from the same insurance company. Able to follow, guys? The policy was surrendered. Insurers paid a sum of 10,200 after deducting 5,000 for arts loan and 300 for interest. Apna evala vandiruknu money. How much I should have received? I should have received 15,500. Correct? See, add at what is happening here. Company already has an insurance policy, JLP, to the extent of 15,000. Using this as security, one of the partners called Ad took a loan of 5,000. That is not there in my balance sheet. Why? He took a personal loan for himself. Drawings. Using this asset of the partnership firm. Are you following, guys? Now when I settle this or when I am closing my JLP policy, I should have received some money, but I received only 10,200 after reducing the amount of loan and interest. After reducing the amount of loan and interest, we got 10,200. Correct? Are you able to follow, guys? So, if this is the case, we got 10,200 after reducing loan and interest. I should have got how much? Plus 5,000 for loan, plus 300 for interest. I should have got. Are you able to follow? Where I should have received 15,500, I received only 10,200. Then this deficit of 5,300, who should compensate? Add. Because our loan is 3, he has to compensate. Because firm couldn't pay me, we have like this partner, firm, insurance company. What is basically happening is, from the company I should receive 15,500, but I got only 10,200 because 5,300 was adjusted by the company with the partner's loan. So now partner has to compensate the firm for the balance 5,300. So end of the day, firm will anyway receive how much? 15,500. Are you following? Are you understanding the summary of the point, guys? Clear? Then they are saying, again when I come to adjustment, I will teach you. One of the creditors took some patents whose book value of 6,000 and the valuation of 4,500. Balance to that creditor was paid in cash. Straightforward adjustment. The firm had previously purchased some shares in joint stock company and written them off on finding them useless. The shares are now found to be worth 3,000. Unrecorded asset. Asset written off is now recorded. And then we have other adjustments. Let me come and read this when we get there. I will again explain, now we will get confused. Each adjustment as we get there, we will deal with it. So you have to open what accounts? Please open realization, bank, partners capital. That's it. Realization account half a page, bank account half a page, partners capital half a page, 1.5 page. Quickly open all the 3 accounts, guys. Yes, they can. Mutual agency, partner representing the firm, they can set off. There is no concept of separate legal entity here. Yeah, it's insurance settlement amount. 15,500 is what? You are surrendering the policy. Why am I surrendering? Because I am not continuing the firm. So when I am surrendering today, I am supposed to get 15,500. They are saying that, see, I should pay the firm. According to me, partner, one of your partners should pay me 5,000. I'll set off and pay the balance. You should tell me the answer. When I am transferring assets and liabilities, can I transfer net debt as 18,000 or should I transfer 18,400 and 400 separately? The intention is to close the ledger. If you transfer 18,000, debtors will still have a closing balance of 400. Provision will still be then liability for 400. Correct? That means I have to transfer how much? 18,400 and 400. So open the ledgers, guys, and start transferring. Start transferring. Hello, are you guys able to follow, guys? First, forget the adjustments. Open the 3 ledgers and do the transfer entries. You have done it 2 times. Transfer all the assets to realization account, all the liabilities to realization account, all capital to respective accounts. I will also open the ledgers parallelly over here, which total is not matching. Can we check the total? 15 plus 42 plus 1700 plus 6200. Are we getting 93,400? Okay, 1 second. Let me just check. No, just add 15,000 plus 42,000 plus 17,800 plus 6,200. What is the difference with 12,000? That should be my creditors. Creditors are loan. 1 second. $6,000 then. So 42,000 is going to be your capital. Loan on hypothecation. Just give me a moment. I'll check the question. I'll check from the source. You keep solving the rest, guys. I'll just try to find the question if I can find it. Yeah. Okay, I'm not able to find the question. Let's not waste time. What is the balancing figure coming? 12,000. We will keep it as creditors. Let creditors be 12,400. Loan 17,800. It should be 12,000. $12,400. 12,400 is your creditors, guys. Just write that somewhere so that now your balance sheet will tally. loan, you found it, which is 12,400. Loan is 12,400. Okay, loan is creditors. Sorry, again, it's study mat question, is it? Okay, so it's not study mat. What's the values? It's not ICA study mat, that much I know. 1 second. JLP reserve is 12,400. 6,200 is loan. 17,800 is creditors. Okay. Loan is 6,200, correct? And this is, okay. So sorry guys, this is the actual, see, நம்ம வந்து வேற நம்பர்ல பண்ணாலும் we'll get the same answer. Answer will tally. It's a CMA MTP question. Okay. From there I took it, fine. Sundry creditors 17,800. Just strike off all this, you just make the change accordingly. Sundry creditors is 17,800. Loan is 6,200. JLP reserve is 12,400. Able to follow, guys? Hello, done, guys. Now we will just do the transfers. So let's start filling the values. Buy balance brought down 30. Go to cash account. Opening balance is 10,000, correct? Bank account. And then realization, do the transfers, guys. First step, adena, transfer to, I'll write sundry assets because it's simple for me. What is the value, guys? Everything except bank. Everything except bank, it will be 30,000 plus 2,000 plus 10,400 plus 18,400. Debtors plus 15,000 plus 10,000 for patents. Don't add 18,400 and 18,000. Twice, how much you are getting? How much, guys? 85. All of you got this? I hope all of you got this. Only mistake is don't ensure you add cash. Bank should not be added twice. I mean, it should not be added here. And debtors take 18,400 and not 18,000. Similarly, this side, by sundry liabilities, we have creditors 17,800, loan 6,200. Don't add JLP, it's not a creditor, it's a reserve, it's a saving. So only these two liabilities, 17,800 plus 6,200. What about Reed's loan? Reed's loan, should I take it here in realization account? I will treat it like a external liability. So 15,000. So 15,000 plus 17,800 plus 6,200. How much? Provision also plus 400. You should not forget that. Because if you forget that, then balance sheet will be hanging. So 15,000 plus 17,800 plus 6,200 plus 400. 30. Able to follow, guys? Next step. What is left? Now asset side everything is closed down. Everything is closed on asset side. Liability side, everything is closed except JLP reserve 12,400 in the ratio of 4:2 for the three partners. I will write down here. By JLP reserve, how much, guys? JLP, it's a reserve. How reserve is your past profits, profit sharing ratio. Simple. Why capital ratio? Have they contributed for JLP based on capital ratio? No. Based on the firm's profit, they have contributed. So you will take only profit sharing ratio. Correct. So can I say somebody who has contributed more capital will get more premium cover? Life insurance is equal. It's a like JLP reserve. We are saving to pay the future policy. That's it. No. See see, why are you taking it based on capital? No. It's paid out of the profits earned by the firm only. Profits earned by the firm only. In that and even the winnings or whatever gain you get later, it's a policy taken on the firm's name for partners. So when firm gets the policy, also that profit will be given to partners in profit sharing ratio. It's not a policy taken by partners. It's a policy taken by the firm, joint life policy by the firm for the benefit of the partners. So on what benefit of partners? In the profit sharing ratio of partners. So 12,400 in the ratio of 4:2:3. How much are getting, guys? 5,5? 5,511 varda. Then 27? Is it how they done there also? In the sum? I don't think odd number will come, but if it comes also, it's fine. Okay. Other ways to treat it as liability: take it to liability, do set off, get the adjustment. Either ways, answer will be same. You take it to realization, answer will be same. Fine, not an issue. Okay. At this stage, that's what they did. Fine. Odd numbers, fine. Adukle start fine. Okay. Now entire balance sheet liability has become 0, assets has become 0. This is the first step. I told you every sum. Don't care. No adjustment padikamle idha pannirukkalam. Correct? So this entire step will take me hardly 5 minutes. Prepare ledgers, transfer. So I have closed my balance sheet. Now I have only 3 ledgers. All the entries that you are going to pass, remember guys, sometimes you have to use little bit of sixth sense, common sense. Inge enna adjustment irundhalum keela, it has to go through my 3 ledgers only. That means the entry you are passing, one debit and one credit, it all has to be either capital account, realization account, bank account, or a combination of these 3 also. All 3 can be in same entry, it's fine. But idha taandi your entry poda mudiyadhu. So whatever adjustment comes, you should not get scared, because the debit credit will be only in these 3 ledgers. You should never make mistakes like, sir, I will create the asset now, I will debit or credit some other account. How will you do it? Irukkiradhe 3 ledger now. Idla da you have to do the net effect of debit credit posting. Are you understanding? If that gets into your system, then creating, or what to say, thinking about the correct journal entry becomes easy. The scope is limited. I am saying entry podanga, only 3 accounts available. Idha taandi nee yosikkodadu. Are you understanding? That's basic. Okay. Now let's start doing adjustments. So ideally we can just read one adjustment and do, but sometimes one adjustment can have a connect with some other adjustment. All you have to do in exam is, sir, ella adjustmentum padichittu onume puriyala sir. That you won't understand if you read all adjustments together and try to solve everything together. Always solve one by one. Simple, if you are climbing one floor, 10 steps, full ah gudika poringla, or getting down, one at a time. That's something which applies everywhere, correct? So here also, what we have to do, even though there are many adjustments, you can't solve all at once, one at a time, but just check if any adjustment has a connection with some other adjustment. That's it. First adjustment talks about JLP and loan from partner. Is point 2 talking about that? No. Point 3, some shares, any JLP varda, leave it. Point 4 is JLP coming, leave it. Patents below, that's it. By doing a quick glance, by doing a control F, is there a JLP anywhere else? That's first time question padikkumbodhu you should identify. Okay, point 1 la irukku, keela enga irukku na thednum solli. So point 1 I can solve it independently even if point B to F is not there. Let's finish that, go to point 3. Are you understanding? I'm trying to build an approach which you have to follow in exam. Okay. So we'll come back to this adjustment which I already briefed little bit earlier, but let me brief it again. We have insurance company, partners, firm. The policy is already closed, correct? நம்ம transferum பண்ணிட்டோம். We transferred in the debit side of this 85,800 includes the JLP on asset side, correct? Now I should know about settlement of this. How other assets are settled for 17,1,9, 16,5. This is settled for to the firm. Should have been settled for 15,500. I received only 10,200. Tell me the entry for receiving 10,200. மறுபடியும் நீ bank to JLP சொல்லக்கூடாது. JLP is already closed. So bank to, correct entry or right, bank to JLP, but we don't have JLP. So bank account debit to realization, how much? 10,000. But is this correct? It should have been, follow very carefully. I want you to frame the entry. See, it should have been 15,500, but it's only 10,200. As partners of the firm, will you be happy? Who should give me the other 5,300? Add took the loan for his personal use. Add cash kudukanum. So entry will be bank account debit to, adds capital ni credit panana, it's like him bringing in money. He is not bringing in money, correct? Is he bringing in money? So this entry is wrong. Simply I'll write wrong entry. So entry will be again bank account debit 10,200, adds capital account 5,000 to realization 15,500. Purida, did you get the entry by yourself? I should have received 15,500 as a gain, guys. So it went to gain. But this is coming to me in two sources. 10,200 in form of bank. Add is saying, hey, I will not give you money. You adjusted my capital account as to what you have to pay me. So I'm debiting him for 5,300. Purida, Anand, understanding? Are you following, guys? Simple entry. Any adjustment comes, just think about who is gaining, who is not gaining, who is getting money, who should get the money, pass the entry. Simple. Modern rules. Forget about golden rules. Here now if I sit and apply golden rules, it will take time. 5 hours exam now we can do it. Okay. So bank account debit 10,200, adds capital account debit 5,300, to realization account 15,500. Can you go and do the contra posting correctly, guys? Purida, first row. New student, are you understanding? I know little faster because it's continuation, but try to catch up, sure. Done, guys. So I'll do the posting quickly. Bank account debit side to realization 5,300. Realization account credit side by Ace Capital 5,000. Sorry. Bank 10,000. 200. Here realization account by Ace Capital 5,300 by 10,000. All done a posting and adds capital to realization. Are you following, guys? Have you posted? In the entry post panna, guys. Are you following, Lakshita? Understanding? Clear, guys? So first adjustment is done. Let's go to the second one. One of the creditors, even before I read, let me try to see if there is some other creditors adjustment. This is something to do with creditors and patent, correct? If this is adjustment is independent, na panni mudichiruven, easy. But there are some other adjustments relating to creditors or patents. Point C, creditors. So loan creditor. This is there are two creditors we had, correct? We have sundry creditors and loan creditor. Point C talks about loan creditor hypothecation, so we don't have to worry for now. Point D talks about realization of assets, okay, fine. Patents, 50% of their book value. Liabilities were paid and a total discount of 500 was allowed by the. So again, point E relates to creditors. How did I knew there is something for creditors? In B, first word A, one of the creditors. If they use the word all the creditors, na happy panirpa. They are saying one of the creditors took patents of the book value 6,000 for valuation of 4,000. Balance to that creditor was paid in cash. The liabilities were paid and total discount allowed by the creditors. So we need to know, we need to split my creditors. Are you able to follow, guys? Total creditors in the question is 17,800, correct? 17,800. Fine. So now I need to prepare as analysis working note of my creditors of 17,800, how they are being settled. Can you try it out, guys? I will give you a hint, I will do it, but try adjustment B, adjustment E. E and B should be read together, correct? E then a balance of creditors. So you need to do point B, E in cumulative. I am not showing this because you don't need a unit question. This is enough, guys, because balance sheet you anyway have the values. Creditor values only 17,800. With this, try to solve B and E. 12,000. Okay. Okay. Fine. First, let me summarize the transaction. You have a doubt because both debit credit amounts to realization account. Okay. 17,800. Let me finish creditors first. They are saying creditors to the extent of took some patents of book value of 6,000 at a valuation of. That means one of the creditors who took that is 6,000 creditors. The balancing figure is 11,000. Have you done this? Now in this 6,000, patents is 6. So what is the value? You will take full value. Assumption we are taking. See, even if you don't take the assumption, answer will be the same. Answer will be the same. Okay. So 6,000, I will show you in both. 6,000, they are taking patents for the extent of. Balance is paid in cash. 1500 is cash. This is patents. Balance of creditors are paid at a discount of. So I am paying them 11,300. Total cash paid will be 12,000. Other way of solving is, sir, I don't, this is the assumption that on the 6,000 is they're taking. Illa, sir, I don't want to take this assumption. You will get the same answer, 17,800. They are saying one creditor took patents for 4,500. So balance is 13 with a discount of 12,000. இப்படியும் பண்ணலாம். You can do it both ways. So in summary, what's my conclusion? 17,800 worth of creditors, 4,500 taken by patents. This is taken by given in cash. Correct? Let me pass the normal entry. The normal entry for this settlement, it will be that Tanya will do. So patents values anyway 6,000, that we will do it separately. Patents realize 50%, we will do it next. Okay. So creditors account debit how much? The close pannuma, normal entry, forget partnership, 7,800 to 4,500, cash or bank 12,000. Discount received, அது எங்க போகும்? P&L போகுமா? P&L போகுமா? How much? Is this my normal entry? Normal entry? Yes or no? Now, how do I pass the entry? This entry, if you understand, sum is over. This you understood. Now I have to come. I can't pass this entry in our sum because many of these ledgers are not there. So instead of creditors, what I will debit? Instead of patents, instead of cash itself, instead of P&L, correct? Able to follow? Realization debit, realization credit gets net off. So my net entry will be அவ்வளவுதான். Are you able to follow? Understanding, guys? Are you all able to follow? I will show you how this எப்படி சார் நான் டெபிட் கிரெடிட் நெட் ஆஃப் பண்ணி எப்படி சார் I will get the same profit. We will prove it now. But you make a note of this. This is my entry. Realization to cash 12,800. Following Lakshita புரியுதா? தயாரா இருக்கீங்க? Done, guys. Yesterday, huge fight between Lakshita and other academy students. I will brief later after the sum. Okay. Realization to cash. அது யாருமே வீடியோ எடுக்கலையா அந்த சண்டைலாம்? அதை மட்டும் எடுக்கல வீடியோ. Forgot. So engaged. Suddenly when foundation came to, sir, the huge fight is happening in court 2. Please you go and referee court 2. So third set I went to referee. Okay. You got this, guys. So realization to cash, realization account, debit side. To cash how much? Cash account, bank account, sorry. By realization 12,000. ஒரே ஒரு entry அவ்வளவுதான். Now I will show you how this is actually tallying or not. Now follow, guys. In this entire transaction of creditors, what's my profit? Profit எவ்வளவு? 500. Are you all agreeing, guys? Correct? But patents, look at this. Patents worth 6,000 is taken over for. So adla எனக்கு எவ்வளவு loss? Correct? See, in this transaction, two things are happening. Creditors are giving me a gain of 500. Patents are giving me a loss of 1,500. So net loss. Now let me show you how this is represented in my realization account. இங்க எழுதுறோம் buy creditors how much 17. Patents, don't write fully, I am writing only to the extent of this transaction. Patents I know is 10,000, but this transaction is only 6,000. How much is paid to creditors? 12,000. Where I am writing then an entry? Are all these three there in your notebook realization account? See, my realization account over here, look at this, look at how beautifully it's coming, guys. This 39,400 includes 17,800. This 85,800 includes 10,000. This 12,800 is just now we accounted. So, I am taking an extract of all of this and writing it separately. Idla mattum profit loss evlo varudhu? Are you following? Idla evlo varudhu profit loss? 1,000. What I just told you, creditors is giving me a gain of 500, patents is giving me a loss of 1,500, net effect is what? 1,000 loss, automatically accounted. Nee computer panna vana exam la. Are you able to follow? All you did was three things: transfer assets, transfer liability, and you passed this small entry, realization to cash. Are you able to follow, guys? Understanding logic? Somebody will have a doubt. Eppadi sir இந்த ஒரு entry pass பண்ணி, if I set off all this, how will I account? Are you understanding how that loss got accounted? How many of you actually understand? If you don't understand, not relevant for exam. But understanding the concept of not following. Lakshita, light up. This side understood. Yeah, I will repeat again. See, did you all understand this entry? In the entry up until you continue the sum is over. Nobody is going to test you the concept. But sometimes it's important to understand how by passing this entry alone, my sum is correct. This entry, since you all understood, quickly to brief, this is the main entry, creditors to patents to cash to P&L. Idukella ledger illiyo, creditors realization, patents also realization, P&L realization, set off pannittu cash mattu, since we have entries realization to cash 12,800. That you all understood. You will pass the entry, you have posted also. Correct? Now, as of this stage, look at your notebook. In your notebook, you have creditors of total liabilities 39,400. Correct? In the 39,400, 17,800 is what? Creditors. In the 17,800 adjustment முடிச்சிட்டோம் நம்ம. We have done the settlement also, transfer and settlement. Correspondingly, how was this 17,800 settled? By using patents of, which is already debited to the extent of 10,000 in our books. So, I am taking only that extract, and just now you pass cash entry 12,800. So, in this transaction, what's my net loss? 1,000. How did I do the 1,000 computation? If you see here, inga neenga pathina, creditors settlement la profit of 500, creditors settlement entry profit of 500, and patents 6,000 patents is taken for 4,500, loss of 1,500, loss of 1,500, profit of 500, so net gain 1,000. Are you all able to follow, guys? Net loss 1,000, and the net loss I am showing you how it gets automatically captured in the realization account. Nee idu panniyum avasarame illa. It automatically gets captured if this entry which you passed is correct. Are you able to follow, guys? Understanding? Clear? Anand, following? Okay. illa. Whose some of the patents whose book value is 6,000 was taken over at 4,500. So, patent our 6,000 book value for a value of 4,500. Next, patent. Understood this, guys? Have you done the posting till here? Next adjustment. So, we BU mudichitom, EU mudichitom simultaneously. Next, to go to point number. Before I go to next point, let me finish off patents. Because patent also is there in above E and in point B, correct? Patent full of mudichiran. Patent realized 50% of their book value. Simple adjustment. What is total patents? 10,000. Out of which how much is already settled? Already settled. We don't have to worry about it. Already accounted earlier. How much is yet to be accounted? This is valued 2,000. That means they are saying patent remaining asset realized the following. Patents 50%. So entry will be, normal entry is bank account debit to patent P&L loss, correct? 2,000, 2,000, 4,000. This is the normal entry. Normal entry, guys. But instead of patent, what I'll write? Instead of P&L, what I'll write? So realization knocked off. My entry will be bank to realization 2000. Purida. Logic purida entry. Not every entry in the cancellation mind la pannu. Clear? So pass this entry, guys. Bank account debit. Are you following? Sure. No. Gave up. Bank account, which one where you lost track? Finish the sum. Okay. Bank account debit to realization 2000, guys. Please go and do the posting in respective areas. Where will I post? I will post it as 2. How much? 2000 in realization by bank 2000. In bracket, write down what again. Already we have 2 credits. You will be confused. So here I can write down patent. Here I can write down creditor. So that you don't get confused later. Which one you missed or which you didn't miss. Done, guys. So done. Okay. Fine. Let me go to the next adjustment. Anybody wants me to stop here? Online, are you all following, guys? Usually I don't solve sums, but online recording, so I'm solving. Fine. So adjustment A over B over. After this, rest of the sum is simple, guys. See, you tell me the entry. The firm had previously purchased some shares in some joint stock company and had written them on and finding them useless. I purchased shares of some RCom. Today each share is valued 10 paisa. Okay. Tomorrow suddenly if this company shares goes up, you will get the profit. What they are trying to say, let me show you. For example, so if I take share price of RCom share price, Reliance Communications, 1 rupee 30 paisa, one share. This is not Jio. One more Reliance was there, no? And the Anil Ambani's Reliance, insolvency, 1 rupee. So if this share has been like this for a long time, 28, it dropped, middle it went till paisa also. Oh, see, 95 paisa it went, 70 paisa it went, 30 paisa. So if it, at 70 paisa, if I invested 1 lakh, now I got 2 lakhs because it went to 1 rupee 30 paisa. But who will invest? Okay, but you can do it. Similarly, today if you buy, so if these kind of shares I will write off. Vodafone Idea, 7 rupees. Because I told you Vodafone Idea is the highest loss making company in India. But if you invest 1 lakh in this, even if the 7 becomes 15, you will get double the money. When I put the money, sorry, let me take the gamble. When the share price was, it was somewhere in the range of 10 rupees I put, 10 or 12 rupees I invested some 30,000 rupees. Now it reduced. I thought 20 pona money triple agun ansa, kammi aichu. Okay. Like I said, all the shares I have invested has come down. I invested in this Vodafone Idea, took in gamble. I invested in Yes Bank. Correctly, after I invested on it, Yes Bank fell from 40 to 5 rupees. Then I invested in, then my uncle told, he's in trading, he told, best pani on the Kaveri hospital you buy, he told. Apollo hospital is going up, you buy Kaveri hospital. I said, uncle, I have 50,000 rupees saving, extra money, where to invest? So don't worry, you invest in Kaveri, it's increased now, good. When I purchased, it was 75, then it dropped to very low amounts, 50 and all, again it increased, 78, break even. Okay, fine. Able to, some sound is coming. Online, who's on unmute? Ram தூங்கிட்டியா நீ அப்படியே கிளாஸ் பார்க்கும்போது மியூட் போயிட்டோம். ஓகே ஃபைன், ஏபிள் டு ஃபாலோ கைஸ். இது எந்த ராமன் தெரியல, பட் டிபி பார்த்து கண்டுபிடிச்சிட்டேன். ஓகே ஃபைன். நோ he has Virat Kohli DP, so I found out. Okay, this is Ram. Fine, let's proceed. I have done till here, guys. So which entry were we in? Yeah, C. Yeah, sorry. What I was trying to communicate is shares written off means that RCOM where it became almost zero. Tomorrow suddenly what if Anil Ambani gives a comeback? Wait, I'm coming back for you guys. Suddenly it is a comeback. That 1 rupee share will become 10 rupees. So what I wrote off now is having value. That's what happened in this question. Some shares which they wrote off has now finding them useless. Are able to find. Now these shares are found to be worth 3,000. Very rare to make comeback, guys. Okay, 3,000. And the loan creditor agreed to accept the shares at this value. That means he is taking this fully, or we are paying him. Here the word they use is liabilities were paid and a total discount of 500 was allowed by the creditors, not loan creditors. So liability pay pandra number. It's not that he is giving up. So loan creditor agreed to accept shares at this value. Other assumption you can take is, okay, and the loan creditor agreed to accept the share set this value, and you can say he is accepting this fully as waiver. That's an assumption you have to take. Purida. See, loan creditor is how much? 6,200. Every answer will be correct. That's not an issue. That's secondary for me. 6,200. Option 1 is he is taking shares of 3,000 and balance 3,000 is waiver. Option 2, he is taking shares of 3,000. I am paying him cash off. Which sounds reasonable for you? This A or this B? B. Because I will say anything is fine, give a note, but I am saying since the words used as liabilities were paid. Liability, na, both of them are liabilities. Both loan creditor and sundry creditors and A's loan, all are liabilities. Discount is given only by creditors, not the loan creditors. So I will take assumption B, where I am paying them. Yes, that is also liability. I don't pay for it. That is next. We will come there and we will pay. 100% we have to pay. But I will pay them last, correct? After paying external liabilities, I will pay Reed's loan. Why? That is also liability, no? The liabilities, all liabilities were paid. Simple English. Okay. Able to follow, guys? So my entry will be 6,200 settled into 2. We are doing option B. 3,000 is taking assets, 3,000 we are paying cash. Tell me the normal entry, guys. Creditors account debit 6,200 to cash 2. Cash is 3,200. 2. See, I am settling creditors because he took an investment which is not in my books. Unrecorded asset is taken over by creditor. So I have to close my creditor. It's a profit for me. Simpler solrana. If I am getting unrecorded asset, entry will be asset to P&L. Now I don't have asset. So 2 P&L. So here I will write 2 P&L 3,000. Correct? This is normal entry. Purida. Are you all following the entry? Nivedita following? This is the normal entry. Now we have to pass what? Dissolution entry. Will I debit creditors? What I'll debit? Will I credit P&L? Realization. Will I credit cash? To cash. Again, net of entry is what, guys? Realization account debit to cash 3,200. Now unrecorded asset ni entry போட வேணாம். You will still account for profit. Let me show you how. First case, realization to cash will still come. No, there also you have to pay 3,000. Same entry in both cases actually, A or B. Correct? Because in his waiver is a gain for me, but I still have to pay him how much? நீ எப்படி வேணா assume பண்ணிக்கோங்க guys, like this or like this, my final entry is going to be realization to cash. I am paying them, correct? I have to pay them, so to cash. Now, can you tell me in this entire transaction what's my profit? What's my profit? In the entire transaction, what's my profit, guys? P&L, correct? Keep that in the mind. Now, let me show you how by just passing this one entry, that profit is getting accounted. Correct? Already in the realization account, do you have buy loan creditors 6,200? Irukka illaya? Now you are paying them to cash 3,200. What is the net impact? Profit of. Correct? Are you following, guys? This was already there in books when I transferred. Now I am settling by paying cash of 3,200. So net profit is 3,000. Not following. Yeah, please. Cash. To cash, to P&L. No, not like that. He has clearly told here, right? He's taken, okay, you are taking the assumption of fully assuming first case. Then cash will not be there. Then there will be full P&L, no entry. So if I take your case, there will be 6,200 here, no entry here, full gain will be 6,200 because of waiver. Got it? So now we have 6,200 credit side, settle for 3,200. So net gain is 3,000. This 3,000 is nothing but unrecorded asset gain. Correct? Fine, guys. So go and do the posting quickly, guys. Where should I post the realization account? Debit side 2 cash 3,200 bank by realization credit as 3,000. Are you all able to follow, guys? Yeah, if liability is taken over an asset, nothing to be done. Because both are book value set off. Only if it's different than book value, we will pass. Yeah. Able to follow, guys? Nivedita following. So we are done with adjustment A, B, C. D po. Remaining asset realized. This is a favorite adjustment for me. Asset realized so much. What is the total? 17,000 plus 1,000 plus 9,000 plus 16,500. Plus what? Nothing. 43,500. Entry bank account debit 2. Realization 43,500. Correct? In the entry, all sum you put. The remaining asset realized the following. What are the remaining assets? These 4. Clear? 17,000, 9, 16,500, 43,500. Entry, guys. Realization 2. Bank to realization. So 2 realization amount received 43,500 bank account debit. Realization la credit side la by bank 43,500. Purida, are you all able to follow? Understanding? Done, guys? Clear? Able to follow, guys? Clear? Next, patent adjustment we already did. Liabilities were paid. Idum panitoma. Expense amounted to 2000. This is first pay pannu. Expense. What is the entry, guys? Standard one. Realization 2. Bank. So 2 bank, how much? 2300. And here bank account will be by realization expense. How much, guys? 2000. Are you all able to follow? Hello? Done, guys? Guys, entry porting la. Hello? What is left now? Loan. If you come back to your balance sheet, if you look at settlement, plant and machinery, furniture, stock, debtors, we got settlement. JLP settlement is done. Patents 50% we got settlement. Liability also everything settled except Reed's loan. We have to pay him or not? We have to pay him. You can't tell your partner. So come to your bank account and check roughly first. Kaas irka pay pandradhukku. You can't just like that keep crediting bank. Do I have enough money to pay the loan? Because now that you have paid all the creditors, how much is there? More than 15? We have a lot of cash. So I can comfortably pay the cash. Sir, what if in a different sum money is not sufficient? I will still pay the loan, but money will be brought in by the other partners. Deficiency will come only if partners are insolvent. Here, firm is not having money, but partners are solvent. Able to follow, guys? So now how will I pay him? What is the entry for payment of loan? Reed's loan. Normal entry is Reed's loan to bank, but loan is not there. Realization to bank, how much? To bank, how much, guys? Can you see in my notebook I have cash 2 and bank 2. That's why I say write in bracket. Are you able to follow? So 2 loan 15,000 by realization again bracket. Look at your bank account credit side. You have by realization 4 times. What is what we don't know. Sir, now you will be fresh in memory. In exam, if it doesn't tally, sometimes you will tell. I will come back and do some later. Later on, you know you will get confused if you don't write this. So by realization 15,000. Super. Are you all?
Why can't we adjust the capital balance?
No. See, because both are not the same. I need to pay the loan before I pay cap. Let's say now in this case you had a lot of cash. Assume available cash is only 10,000. That 10,000 will fully go to loan. I'll give the loan. Then I will tell deficiency 5,000. Others should bring in. So I should pay them before paying capital. That's why I'm treating it as a liability, but pay it as the last liability. Sometimes it will be Reed's loan. Sometimes they'll give Reed's wife's loan. That also treat as family. Are they partner now? See, it is still loan. See, that's why you have clubbing provisions in income tax. So the whole point is Reed's wife's loan is treated as Reed's loan. You say Reed's wife, you will treat as external. See, Reed's loan also is a liability, but we pay it last. Now, even if there's Reed's wife loan, we will pay it last. After paying everybody. Otherwise, what all part, see, there is something called theory and practical application. As per theory, you are right. Reed's wife loan is separate, Reed loan is separate. But practically, many cases have told, partners just to escape getting paid last, they will give the loan in wife's name. Substance over the form, if you look at transaction, basically it's partner's loan. Partner's money he gave to wife, wife gave us loan. In substance, case study. But that kind of complicated sum we don't have. But if it comes, you pay them last. See, end of the day, guys, whether it's Reed's loan or Reed's wife's loan, we have to pay them. You can't tell I won't pay no money. Other partners should bring money. Treatment order later. So now realization account, profit, loss, how much, guys? Any other adjustment left? No, loss or profit of 18,000. Very good. 18,700 loss. Question will give some hint. If partners are unable to bring, they will be called insolvent. Otherwise, question we will have to assume that partners are solvent because there's nothing about insolvency. 18,700. This will be shared between the partners in the ratio of 4:2:3. What is the amount, guys? Realization loss amount. 8341 62 99 or 33 33. Then guys, are you all getting it till here? Now you have to compute. Shreya, Shora getting the answer. Now you compute the closing balance of partners, guys. Whatever is the closing balance of each partner. I am hoping all adjustments are accounted for. Value, guys. 27. No. What is the value of closing balance? Oh, other side it's coming up. Yeah. Just 1 second. 5,400. Is this what you all got? Now, what does this represent? This represents that I have to pay read 27,200. I have to pay W 8,600 and A has to bring in 5,400. Go and check the closing balance of cash. How much is that? 30,000. Don't write. Just roughly 30,400. Now do one calculation. Everybody take your calculators, guys. Take your calculators. How much should I pay read? No, 1 second. How much money we already have? 30,000. Take your calculators, everybody watching online live recording. Put 30,400 in the calculator. How much will add bring in money? 5,400. Add that also. How much it became now? 35. Now minus 27,200 and 8,600. Became 0. That means add will bring in 5,400. I will pay read and write 27,200 8,600. Ninga effective pathina add is basically bringing in that loan he took 5,300. Almost that money is bringing. Or 100 extra. Correct? Our loan repay panla. Now we are making him repay to us instead of paying to the insurance company. Are you able to see, guys? So here I will write down by bank 5,400. In bank account I will write to Ace Capital 5,400. So now I will have a closing balance of how much? 35,800. Correct? Are you all getting it, guys? Shreya getting it? 35,800. Here I will write to bank and close my ledgers. That balancing figure is what you close with. I will again show you bank account. Additionally, what you are writing, sir, from previously, I added to Ace Capital 5,400. So my closing balance becomes 35,800. Using this money in capital account, I am paying R 27,200, W 8,600, and by bank A is bringing in 5,400. Yeah. Entry, sir, can you write entry for us? Yes, two entries. Entry போட்டா ஈஸியா இருக்கும். Bank account debit to Ace Capital 5,400. Settlement will be R's Capital W's Capital to bank 35,800. This is 27,200 and 8,600. Correct? These are the two entries that you will be passing. Two entries that you may have to pass. That's what we did now. This is the final closure in the sum. Got it, guys? A is bringing in cap money. R and W are getting paid. Yes. If it's set off at book value. Even if it's set off at loss or gain, it no need entry. Yes. But you write in exam, no entry for this. Done, guys? Are you able to follow on an understanding? Can I scroll down, guys? Partners capital account. Ensure you close it and you do totals. Online, give me a thumbs up if you have understood and noted down till here. Have any doubts? Feel free to ask. Any reserve will be transferred to partners in profit sharing ratio. Capital, now I'll tell you, her doubt is why not capital reserve transferred in capital ratio? Simple. Capital reserve or general reserve represents what? Profit earned during the life of partnership. We are classifying as capital reserve and general reserve for presentation purpose. General reserve is a profit earned on day-to-day basis. Capital reserve is a profit earned on sale of assets. But end of the day, it's profit. Profit belongs to whom? Partners in ratio of PSR. At the time of dissolution, don't differentiate reserves because all reserves represent profits. Make them all into one bucket, transfer to partners in profit sharing ratio. Capital ratio. So don't worry, end of the chapter, I'll give you a note of half a page. எதுக்கெல்லாம் capital reserve ratio, எதுக்கெல்லாம் profit sharing ratio for us to mug up. Don't worry, only for two things capital ratio. Rest of the chapter profit sharing ratio. Simple logic, reserves is my profit. My profit belongs to me in PSR. Call it whatever reserve you want. We are calling it different names because there was going concern all these years for presentation. Now there's no going concern, everything is one. Got it? Done, guys, can I proceed? Anybody has a doubt till here? So we are done with question 1, 2, 3 we had to do. 5 over. Okay. Fine. Now if you go back to your chapter, I just want to show you. Okay. Again, partnership. Some of our sums may be study math, but most of the sums we are doing is non-study math sums. Okay. Because study math you can anyway solve. Why you need my help? You don't need my help. Yeah, this is the chart I gave you in start of the class. Now in this, if you see, we have finished one basic sum, one advanced sum. The chance of this being tested is little less because you have so many other good things to test. Insolvency, we finished insolvency of all partners. Done, guys. Amalgamation of firms, some other day only I will come. Now you have insolvency all except one, and we have the specific methods. We have time for doing, I'm not going to amalgamation now, we only have time for doing all except one or specific methods. Both are new for you. Which one you want to go with? Specific method because konjam different are some. Okay, you only ask for it, don't ask me. Okay, now all except one is a separate concept called GVM, Garner versus Murray. Not the other GVM, it's called Garner versus Murray rule. இந்த ரூல்ல எல்லாம் சொல்றாங்க. I'll just give you brief of both. You choose what you want. Okay, both are new. You have not studied anywhere. Maybe college la irka enakku therilla, but school foundation is not there. GVM rule tells what? It tells one person should spend for the other person. Here also what they are saying, there are partners, some are solvent and some are insolvent. Insolvent partner நம்ம deficiency பார்த்தோமா, that loss should be compensated by the other partners. For this I will go back to foundation. Joint promisor ஒரு கான்செப்ட் படிச்சோம் foundation. I'll give an example. A, B, C took a loan of 30,000 from D. Foundation I used to teach, now also I am teaching. Then if they are not able to pay, A should pay 10,000, B should pay 10,000, she should pay 10. C became insolvent. How much will A and B pay? 15,000, 15,000 extra 5,000. Other in this thing, partnership is going to be, it's not going to be so simple. One partner has become insolvent like C, his loss or his share should be paid by the other partners in what ratio? Now you will get, for the answer is what you want. Capital ratio. You know what is deficit is in capital account of? So capital ratio. I'll get there and explain. This is GVM rule. So again sum is same guys. In this GVM rule, till the end of the sum, capital account close our varku. In all the sums, what was unique for us? That closing of capital account. Till the end, same. Realization account, cash account, partners account, transfer. Only in the end of the sum, a completely new concept comes in for settlement. Because there will be one debit. In this sum, what we just did, partner brought in 5,400. On the sum he can't bring because he has become. How to adjust? From that step alone, it's new. That okay, wow. The other one specific methods I will tell you. Now in all the sums, we did 3 sums today guys. There is one major concept is defeated in all those 3 sums. Practically, it doesn't make sense. Can you tell me what that is? In all the 3 sums. Number la soladinga. One general thing in all these 3 sums, there is a huge concept mistake. Realization, perfect. We opened realization account and transferred all assets, all liabilities and did settlement of. We are assuming the entire realization happens on the same day. Assets are realized as follows. I don't know why correctly in our sums, dissolution will happen on 31st March or 1st April. Anike they will sell all the assets and they will make settlement and close. But in reality, what happens? It takes time. If I decide to solve, stock might have been sold on this day. Debtors might have been sold at this day. Cash might have been, okay, cash will already have, let's say, plant and machinery sold at this day. Liabilities settled at this day. It's a timeline which goes for weeks and months. Correct? So, that means the all sums you have done is after everything got over, ending la pandrom number. But practically apdi nadakadhu. Do you think partners will wait for selling all the assets? Instantly sell an asset, pay. Sell an asset, pay. Correct? Sell the asset, pay the liability. Sell the asset, pay the liability. So this is more practical. Are you understanding the difference, guys? I'll give you options. Let's say there is a balance sheet, land and building 500, stock 300, debtors 200,000, partners capital 300, loan 500, creditors 200. Okay. Today I sold land and building, or first I sold, I sold my stock 300 for 250. Will I wait for everything to be sold and then pay my liabilities, or as and when I get money I will pay off? If anybody has taken a loan, when you are repaying, will you tell illa na save pannita full loan ore vaati katriya, or you will keep paying as and when you can? As and when you can. So when I get 250, first to whom I will pay? Creditors and loan proportionately or whatever ratio I will pay them. Then I will wait for next money. Then again pay. Then wait for next money, again pay. Correct? Who will do this work? That's the salary. So all the assets will be sold by liquidator. All the creditors will come and stand in liquidator's doorstep. Sir, please pay the money to me. I will decide whom to pay, how to pay. Are you able to follow? This in detail, we have a chapter called liquidation of companies. I will take it up next or August sometime. That chapter is just 1 or 2 days chapter, removed in syllabus itself. Interview illa foundation illa last batch, farewell. Removed in inter, not added in foundation. Like that we have some chapters, liquidation, ESOP, partnership is removed and added there at least. Liquidation, ESOP, banking, NBFC. These 4 chapters are removed completely. Not there in syllabus. That's it, removed from CA syllabus. Okay. We will deal with it later. They are all scoring areas. Liquidation, banking, NBFC, ESOP. Even if I teach you in end of August or September first week, you don't have to panic. Because அது one day la first pona, and those are chapters which you should learn close to exam. Because there is lot to remember. There is what to say, lot to memorize in those chapters. In banking especially. Okay. So they are easy, very easy. Even a foundation they can learn. They are all scoring chapters.
Not really take any excess amount. They say either you pay the entire principal or you just
No, they pay EMIs. We can pay EMIs now. They don't take, but if you have a credit card, when I have a credit card, I can keep repaying whenever I want. Sometimes in my credit card, I don't know how much to pay. I'll think I might have a 30k due. I will just randomly pay 50,000 rupees. It goes into negative. That means next time I use, they'll adjust. Why I'm paying extra? I got good inflow now. I'll pay it so I don't get charged for interest. And credit card I maintain only for credit score, nothing else. And they are saying credit card use panna benefits, cashback, Swiggy offer, 100 rupees offer. I almost order on Zomato every day, so I need to use that for benefits. But credit card they allow you to do it. Some bank loan they will tell pay as you can. If you get 4 EMIs, you can pay together in the same month if you get the money. Got it, guys? Now you choose. You want to do GVM or GVM sum? Okay, fine. Let's do GVM. Before that, yeah, we'll go to GVM sum. Let's see which sum. Upon next class, I will do piecemeal maximum loss. I cannot do both in the same class because one sum will take one class. Okay. So 6, 7. Mark 7 is important for this exam for 20 marks question. When we get there, you will understand why. Recently, last week I did 7 in one more class. That sum took 2.5 hours, one movie. This one never asked that. It came in exam, highest relative capital. Maximum loss also came. This also has come. It's there in syllabus, 100%. Study mat same sum is there. 7, 8. So 2 hours. Class will take 2.5 hours. Exam, I don't know. Okay. Fine. Then amalgamation of firms we'll do next some other day. Yeah. We have to practice more sums, guys. First the concept must study math sums you practice. Today your homework will be to go and do the basic sums. Now let me do question 3 or 4. I'm just trying to figure out. Okay. Both the sums we can't finish today, but we'll go to a stage and stop. Okay. Okay, let me do 3. 3 is little easy but concept stronger. D is also easy but fine. Let's do 3 itself, guys. Orderly pola. Not a big deal. Yeah. We'll start, but before that, I'll just tell distraction about yesterday's sports day. I think most of you did not turn up except Bishal and Lakshita and Nivedita. I mean, first I should start off with what to say. One thing, my learning was, even though I participated in badminton, lost in the first round to one foundation student, and usually I play very well, but no practice, so on the warm-up play, I lost first set, so it's fine. Then football we played. Usually I can play 3 to 4 hours of badminton easily without getting tired. 3 hours of football, I've done that many days, never getting tired, but yesterday was not that case. I think this is the first day in this year where I'm entering into some physical sports. Because of classes, no time for all of that, so I realized my energy levels have come down. Badminton, ursetly I got tired. Football playing, I actually got tired. I had to take break and all. Normally that has never happened. So yesterday I decided whether we won or lost. From now I'm going to go to gym every day and get my fitness back. Panvalan therla. And in my apartment itself, terrace gym is there. So I should use the benefit. So I'm going to start working on stamina. Age is hitting slowly. Okay, getting close to 30, not yet 30. 2 more years is there, but still. So fitness is something I have to focus. I remember 5-6 years back, fitness was very good. Second, coming to the most important, Lakshita match. That only everybody wants. So basically, badminton we had doubles men, then singles men, similarly doubles girls, mixed doubles and singles girls. So and with other academy we played only doubles. So before they came itself, singles we played and finished. Before doubles started, already few of them were injured. Tawkir Other Mohammed came. First match he went to semi-finals also in singles. Said, "Said super, ready are doubles add pandra samaya we can win." Then doubles match smala poda he got up, cramp on his leg. He had to sit down. So we had to take him out, send some other player. Doubles we lost. Then Charan is our star player in singles. He's actually a state player, I don't know, district player. He's very good. Singles he got hurt in his leg. So again in doubles he could not play. So our doubles men's lost. Then in doubles girls next to Pono. Then doubles girls, all the 4 matches we won. But the highlight match is Lakshita's match. Because Lakshita's match only went to 3rd set. It is 3 set. When the match was going on, the admin of that tiki-taka place, we had 6 coaches. They kept coming and telling, "Sir, Katha sir, please, Katha Romba sound water, sir. Students are making so much sound." I said, "Sir, students are going to shout only. Sir, opposite house is auditor house, sir." Okay. "Sir, Nanglu auditor, sir. Paravala, ninga vidinga." He said, "Illa, sir, he is the auditor of Modi ji." Sir, Paravala, sir. And Pasangla, they're going to shout. We kept saying. Then we kept saying, okay, reduce the sound. Then admin will leave. Again, they started shouting. For every point, Lakshita's team won. We used to shout. Then every point, other team won. Other students used to shout. The 2 game was very close. 15 points, 13 wala pohu. So double times they used to keep screaming. Sandalna poich. I don't know what fight. First set, second set, Sanda poich. Fight happened. So I don't know, but first 2 sets Sama Sanda each, and I was in some other court managing some other game. Then 3rd set only, I thought match got over. 2nd set got over, these guys started screaming fully. I thought, okay, win pantom, congrats, sir, 3rd set, set da win panirkom. Then 3rd set came, then they went till ending, and finally they won. I was a referee, so then the thing when they won the 3rd set, so super. So I mean that I think that was the highlight game of entire badminton. Everybody enjoyed that. And yeah, rest I think you saw a score in the group itself. They would have posted who won. Then at least badminton 3 பேர் தான் injured. பரவாயில்ல. Hari sir told me, "Sir, football வேணாம் sir. Football na பசங்க get injured. Foundations are very particular of having football." So I said, okay, I convinced sir and kept football for just 2.5 hours. Every 15 minutes, one player will get injured and come out. Foundation, 5 pasanga. I think some Abdullah, then some Dilli Babu. Every 5 minutes, players got so injured that my team didn't have players. So I called my brother who lives nearby in Egmore. I told him, "Get ready and come fast. We need players in our team." Then he came and played for our team last match. Everybody got injured and went out. Okay. Especially foundation students, for them leave today. 18 and 23 days leave for them. Okay. Tomorrow again leave because tomorrow we have cricket sports day in Washerman Pet. So we have to go because I'm playing. So I have to go. Yeah, I mean, football also, I think Lakshita, they all came to see. So anybody can come if you want to see. Others can study. That's your wish, your choice. Those are in 2 groups. Don't take the risk. 1 group now. You have the time. Okay. Cricket tomorrow full day will go off. I think 8:30 a.m. till 4:30 and that's it. But tomorrow it gets over. At least these 2 are only grass la no football. Tomorrow man la aadaporo. Evlo per injury aapon therilla. So I have decided I am not going to do fielding because I don't want to get injured for class. I am going to do batting, come back. That's it. Okay. Fine. That's all. Nothing else eventful happened. No, that's main. I remember if you ask me after 1 year sports day, I'll tell in the fight now. 2nd set fight, girls doubles. Then other things we lost, doubles and mixed doubles. We should have won. Adli cheat pantanga. Mixed doubles. So it's now mixed doubles. We had the best team to go. We lost only in men's double. Mixed double jeichirupom. I wanted to send you Jeeva and all for mixed doubles. but they told doubles ஆனவங்க mixed double ஆடக்கூடாதுன்னு சொல்லிட்டோம். So all our best players went for doubles. Mixed double யாருமே இல்ல. I said okay fine, நீ போ random I said we lost all mixed double matches. அவங்க முன்னாடியே பிளான் பண்ணி mixed double they kept some two strong players. So அவங்க win பண்ணிட்டாங்க. But பரவாயில்ல, just friendly match, not a big deal. And for badminton foundation singles and doubles was won by Vijay Lakshmi ma'am. I don't know if you've seen her. Foundation, she sits here. She must be 50 plus her age. 50 plus or close to 60. She's just restarting CA now. She and her daughter both are in our foundation class. So I told both of you don't sit together. I'll send daughter back. Ma'am will sit in the first row. She won the girls singles and she won the girls doubles in badminton. Mother won both. I didn't expect, but no strength. She was only playing smartly. She made them run by playing. Okay. In fact, semi-finals was going on. Ma'am was playing with somebody else who was actually good. Priyadarshini was actually state player and so on. So I had to write paper. So I wrote winner. Match and mudila for match starting. So I simply wrote Priyadarshini and came down. I know ma'am is going to lose the answer. Then they're saying, sir, result is opposite. That time only I got shocked. So ma'am won super. Then I started following her matches. Then I saw, okay, she's playing very well. So this is about it. Yeah, so we'll come back. Cricket tomorrow is there, but I think none of you guys are going to come. Take leave tomorrow. Come back to question number 3. After this, the foundation students asked, sir, sports day over, next we want culturals week. I said, no culturals, that's it. That is for Shahira also. No, foundation, Shahira only asked Inter. Foundation, everybody is asking, sir, we want culturals. No need venue, sir. No need to spend. Hinge panna, sir, dance and singing. Hari sir is strict no for culturals. So, no culturals. Fine. Okay. Let's start, guys. Insolvency question 3. We can't finish the sum, but let's do as much as possible. Yes, read the question. Can I have? Yeah, read question number 3. Yeah, just keep reading. Okay, read the question, guys. Continue. Done. How do you know it's GVM rule? Question la kuduthurom. Because in GVM rule we are going to solve in a different way. Completely new concept. With a new concept we are going to do, and the concept sudhathukku I need 30 minutes. Because we are going to go against the basic common sense here. That case law is that only. It's going against the common sense. But I will not disclose anything now. GVM na question la kudupam. And the GVM impact comes only in the last step of the sum. When I am settling the partners. Purida. Don't write GVM in exam. Garner versus Murray. So the impact comes only in last step. Till then, regular sum. He is asking us to prepare what, guys? Realization account, partners capital account. Yella sumlu moon ledger da. Are you able to follow, guys? Understanding? So quickly, question, forget about the new concept. Prepare the 3 ledgers. Prepare the 3 ledgers. Purila. Question 3, correct. Done, guys. There are 4 partners. Can I go to 2 pages? One page you can finish. PQRS. Pi balance brought down 168, 1,08,000. RS 25,000, 18,000. Done, guys. Similarly, you open your realization account. And what is the next one, guys? Bank account. Cash adla. Question maru. Cash. Cash account. Our balance will be 15,500. To balance brought down 15,500. Do the transfer, guys. Realization account, do the transfer. So, to all the assets transfer, correct? I will write what 2 sundry assets. You please write them in detail. We have done the same thing in amalgamation. 2 sundry assets. 2,46,000 plus 65,000 plus stock plus debtors. Only these 4. How much, guys? 4 lakh? 4 lakh 83,500. Similarly, by sundry liabilities, I need to add creditors and loan. That's it. 1 lakh 10 plus 36, 1 lakh 46,000. Tanitanya guys. Please write separately. I'm repeating it so many times because suddenly you'll be watching only this sum. This is not the right way to do it. I only have 5 minutes left in exam. Okay, then you do it. No time, then this is the way to do it. You don't have an option. You may lose marks, but you may get more marks overall. Clear, guys? Done. ICA study mat in some sums uses sundry assets, sundry liabilities. If you have seen, I don't know if you have noticed. Some sums they do it, but just because they use it, you can't do that. Okay, one or two pannirpan. I don't know. I remember seeing. I don't know which chapter also. Okay. And also some of the students have already started practicing sums in new syllabus material for the same chapters. Accounting standard, partnership, etc. from new syllabus. It's your choice. You have the time, you can practice. New syllabus, I can tell you, guarantee one thing. The first attempt of new syllabus, May 24, question will not come from anywhere except study mat. 100 marks will come only from study mat for the first 2 to 3 attempts.
Repeated topics should be covered.
No. Even if it's repeated topic, for example, take AS 10, there are new questions in new study mat. For all chapters, there are new questions. Adhe book kurthu color matna, there's no point, right? There are same sums, but there are new sums also. So new syllabus, I can guarantee you, first exam will be study mat questions. Our last exam, November 23, don't have to worry, they are not going to ask those new questions. At least if you see the past trend, whenever there is a syllabus transition, they have never asked the question from new material in the current old syllabus thing. They have not done that. But you can do it for practice. Mostly November 23 questions will be similar trend and similar questions of what has already come in last 5 years. Similar, okay. Fine. We have transferred everything. What is left to be transferred? Reserve transfer pannuma. Yes. General reserve and capital reserve, just total it. How much, guys? 1,20,000 for which partner? All partners in the ratio of 4:3:2:1. That's it. But you will write here separately, guys. Don't do total. By general reserve, by. Are you able to follow what I am saying? Write it separately. You are saying both together, is it? Okay, I will write both together, but you will do it separately. General reserve, both together, how much? 48,000. You actually have to do it separately. General reserve taniya split pannunga, capital reserve split it separately. I am repeating again on recording. You cannot club it. For convenience for me, I am doing it over here. Do it separately, it carries half of mark. If you do it combined, you will get half mark instead of getting 1 mark. Okay. Presentation matters, guys. Very important presentation. Journals, not writing, narration, not writing. Sometimes if you are solving sum in thousands, write on top rupees in thousands. All those things you will lose marks. Fine, guys. So far, what have we done? We closed what? That's it. That is the first step. I have closed my balance sheet and transferred balance appropriately. Isn't this same in every sum? Even amalgamation selling company. So you are practicing so many sums. This is not going to change. Adjustment kurtano. Transfer of assets and liabilities happens at book value. All the takeover value is for PC computation. I showed you the other method also. Credit as sum. Without transferring, it is all the sum. By keeping it, both are correct. Fine. Now come to adjustments. We have only 4 adjustments. Don't expect this sum in exam in GVM. This sum is to learn the principle. Question 4 is a proper exam sum of GVM. Perfect sum. That's why I didn't do 4 now. Now this sum we may complete if we stretch little bit. Okay. Assets realized as under. Okay. Just check. Does it have relationship with adjustment 2? No. Adjustment 3? No. R became fine. That's it. Each adjustment is separate. Do that reading and try to see if an adjustment is having a connect with some other adjustment. Very important. Because if you do one adjustment, if there is some connect, later you again rework. Time waste. Okay, time is the most important asset for you in the exam. So, what is the total of this, guys? 4 lakh? Super. Entry will be bank account debit 2, 4 lakh, 9,000. No? And here, buy cash Are you done, guys? Understanding? Clear? Any doubts? Fine. Now, we are done with the first adjustment. This you can do combined. No tani combined over. Next. This everybody knows, guys. Come on, teach me. I don't know what is this expense of resolution entry, guys. Realization 2. Cash or bank, whatever. How much? 7,800. 2. Cash or bank? Sorry, either one. 2 cash or bank. 7,800. You write correctly, guys. So, by realization expense 7,800. If you are copying this only now looking at me solving, not good. Not at all good. Ideally, I don't want you to copy. This entry ni munnadiye post pannirukku. You should be one step ahead of me. I am solving for the benefit of some recording students, all of them, for you to check. Otherwise, you can be faster. Done, guys. Fine. Further creditors of 18,000 had to be met. That means question creditors pay pandra. So I need to settle all the creditors. I need to pay creditors of how much? 36,000 plus 18,000 plus loan pay pannuvanama. I should repay. So I should repay 1,10,000 of loan plus 36,000 of creditors plus unrecorded creditors of. First time we are seeing unrecorded creditors. I don't care. What is the entry for paying creditors? Creditors to bank. Here it will be realization to bank. How much, guys? Total 1,10,000 plus 36 plus 18. 1,64,000. Do we have the money for that? Yes. By realization liabilities 1,64,000. All total, guys. I am totaling everything, putting it into one. 2. Cash settlement of liabilities 1,64,000. Are you all following, guys? Nice. We can finish the sum today by one itself with the concept. Okay. Done. Any doubts still here? Hello. Next adjustment. How do I know it's GVM rule? Question kuduthirukkan. GVM rule na somebody has to be insolvent. Somebody has to be insolvent, somebody has to be solvent. It can be in any combination. Many to many, one to many, many to one. R became insolvent. 25,000. He had debit. And nothing was less. He is saying, sorry, leave me alone. I am going to Himalayas. He left. No money. So other partners should bear his loss. First, loss in kandupidikanama. So first step is close my. How much, guys? Profit or loss? Loss 1 lakh? 1,300,000 is my loss. All of you got this, guys? Till here, no change, guys. No change. Normal sum. See which side? Loss. Debit side is more than my. It's like a P&L account. Okay. If you make mistake, it's like tennis unforced errors. You are giving them free marks. For example, when you are serving in badminton tennis, you serve wrongly and they will get the point. Free point. That is like that. Done, guys. This loss should be split between the partners. 2 realization loss 1 2 3 4. Fill them out, guys. You don't need my help now. Just fill out the loss. Till here, some marave marla. Write the loss. How much, guys? 40 120. Okay. This is my loss. Till here, is there any change in any of the sums we did today? Don't do it. If you're trying to be one step ahead of me, you do it, but you have to strike it. Okay. So we are done with the realization account is closed. Thankfully, it's closed. This account purpose settlement la profit or loss of assets and liabilities. That's it. Now 4120, yeah. I think she wrote 4120, I wrote it wrongly, no problem. 4120. Now every sum after this, what you are doing? Finding the closing balance. Do it in this sum also, but don't write it. Do it in this sum also, but don't write it. I will write, I can erase it easily. So tell me wherever the closing balance is coming. Yeah. 21,060.
P and the credit side is
1 lakh 75.
1 lakh.
880.
You don't write it. Please don't write.
So P was 1,13,910. See the machine.
16. Okay, done guys. All of you got this? Hello. If you get till here, wait. This is where I need to explain the concept, where I will need 15-20 minutes, and that's about it. Shall I teach the concept, then do a sum, or do the sum, finish the answer and go for concept? Concept, okay, fine. All of you got till here? On a normal interpretation of reading the capital account here, what are you understanding? P and Q should be paid 1,75,880, 1,13,910. R and S should be bringing in 21,060 and 16,030. Roughly, can you close the cash account and tell me how much is left? Roughly. 2,52,000. Correct. Roughly. Ellame post panta. Did I post everything? In cash, just check. Now take your calculator, guys. Try 2,52,700 from 0. Right? 2,50,000. Everybody do it with me. Online live recording. 2,52,000. Add money bring in by R. 21,060. Again add 16,060 minus 175,880 minus 113,910. 0 agada. Yes. It is becoming 0. That means we are on the right track. That means if R and S bring in 21,060 and 16,030, we can close the sum by paying P and Q. But we can't do that because that is possible if the partners are solvent. Adam previous sum panno, correct? We are going step by step. All partners insolvent, we saw whatever loss was there, they can't pay. Close the sum. Here, some partner is insolvent. Who is my insolvent partner? Now my question is, R is saying, I am asking R, please give me 21,060. What he will tell? Now I am 0. I can't give you anything, I don't have. Okay, so other partners, partnership, mutual agency, one partner is liable for the partners. So our share of 21,060 should be shared by the other partners. This is the interpretation. Correct? As a normal sum, what did we understand so far? In normal sum, what did we understand, guys? Here, these two people should be paid. These two will bring in the money and settle. Some will get over. We just computation and checked also. But in this sum, I can't do it because R is not having money. So R or the money, this share should be, that loss should be borne by the other partners. Who are other partners? P should bear the others. Correct? In what ratio? What ratio? This is loss in which account? Capital account. So which ratio? Super, you are correct. We have to share the loss in capital ratio. Which ratio? Which ratio? Is it? I'm getting options now. Now, you all understood, we have come to a stage where this loss of 2106, simple சொல்றேன் 21606 மத்தவங்க ஷேர் பண்ணிக்கணும். PQS in what ratio? What ratio? Capital ratio, all of you agree to that. And the concept, why capital ratio? Because there is loss in capital account, so capital ratio. Fine. So, one answer I heard is 168 is to 108. Inga negative varudhe. So can I write 168 is to 108 is to 18,000? See what they are saying is capital ratio. So can I write 168 opening capital balance is to 108 opening capital balance R irukka maatan. So other S is 18. Ibadi eludama. But 18 is negative. Are you following? So I can't apply capital ratio. Now, are you able to follow? I need to apply capital ratio, but I need to do some adjustment here. Now again I am giving you one more scenario. I want you to give me the answer. Now answer 1 second la kuduthruven. I want you to give the answer. So I'm trying to show you the possible mistakes you can make. If you have taken this, inga negative varudhu. So I cannot take this. Purida? Like A17 segment, profit test 5 and the result test. We couldn't do straightforward addition because there's a negative set off. Here I cannot do this because there is a negative. Are you able to follow? If I ask S to bring in money, he will correctly bring 18,000, make it 0. Now, are you able to follow? Now, this is one question we haven't had. Problem is that. Second, we have different dates. Date of dissolution starting, date of end of dissolution, in between we have settlement, realization, payment, everything, correct? So some of you told me we will take opening capital, sir. Opening capital had one problem. Can I take the closing capital of 175,880, 113,910, 16,030? Can I take that ratio? Then also S will be in negative, but assuming S is positive, can I take that closing ratio or opening? Assuming it's positive, guys. Opening or closing or? That means two ratios. Opening na and the 168, correct? Opening na we have 168, correct? Opening. Closing na namak balance odd number we got, no. That opening or closing or? First let's fix that. Opening or closing? Okay. Some of you told opening, some of you are saying closing. Now for those who told closing, follow carefully. This closing balancing figure which you got, I asked you not to write. If you are saying it's that ratio, that is the value after adjusting realization profit and loss. That's after taking realization profit and loss, that realization profit loss is in PSR ratio. Profit sharing ratio, correct? And this profit or loss this can completely change my capital contribution. Imagine some partner who has contributed very less capital, but because of huge profits, his share can go up. End of the day, what we want, nee business la evla invest pannirka. How much have you invested in the business? That only is called capital ratio. Not after settling and taking closing ratio. Because I am asking you to find a ratio to share the loss. We will share the loss based on capital contributed. Capital contributed, practically opening makes more sense. Closing ertha, it's capital contributed plus adjustment for realization profit loss. That doesn't make sense, correct? Correct? So I will eliminate closing. That means you should never take closing ratio. Are you following? I should take only opening ratio. That means I will take, follow carefully, we are still not done, guys, half concept left. I will take opening ratio. Now, capital contributed, let's say you have a bank FD of 5 lakhs. After 5 years, money became double. Every year 15, 10, 15 become, after 8 years they say FD doubles generally. your 5 lakhs FD போட்டனா 8 years that become 10 lakhs with interest. So let's say 8 years got over, your 5 lakhs FD became 10 lakhs. What's your capital now? 5 or 10? Let's say in the year 2013 you invested 5 lakhs in a bank FD. Now we are in the year 2023. Your FD has become 10 lakhs. What is the capital? What will you tell? 5 or 10 now? Then if I give you 5 lakhs back, will you be happy? What do you want? That means my revised capital is 10. It's nothing but 5 lakhs capital plus 5 lakh interest. What belongs to me? What I have invested in the bank FD is 10. I've invested 5. But in 2023, FD will renew. It will renew at 10 lakhs. That means what is my capital now? 10. That means my capital, my investment is capital plus interest. If I give you even 5 rupees interest less, will you be happy? Parala sir, 5 rupees. Before tonight 12, can you earn 5 rupees? Before tonight 12, can you earn 5 rupees? Guys, difficult, not easy. So every rupee is important, correct? So my capital is 10. Are you guys able to follow? So here in this business I invested lakh and what's my interest? What's my profit? 48,000. That means my total capital I invest in the business is 1,68,000 plus 48,000. Correct? 2 lakh? 2 lakhs. 2 lakh 16,000. 2 lakh 16,000 roughly. Similarly for Q, 1 lakh 44. This is the ratio. I will basically, sir, and purivela, sir, summarize in one line. I will basically take the capital balance of partners on the date of dissolution starting net assets, including reserves. Asset minus liability, or in other words, in company we use the shareholders funds. Partners funds is capital plus reserves. This is I invest in business. If I wanted, I could have withdrawn this 48,000 for myself. Drawings I've invested my money back in the business. So my capital contribution is not 1,68,000, it's 2,16,000. Why can't I take the closing balance? Because it's after adjusting profit and loss because of dissolution. I want to share that loss. I want to share the profit or loss in the dissolution. How can I include that in my ratio? Are you able to follow? So my final ratio is 216 is to 144. Purida. In other words, English, I will dictate later. The capital ratio should be the capital balance on the date of dissolution before providing for any dissolution related adjustments. Question la kurta capital plus reserves. I will dictate proper notes, don't worry. Detailed half page notes I will dictate. But have you understood 216 and 144, all of you? Yes. But that's what I invested in the business. What have I invested in the business is 2,16,000. Reserves has to be split. What belongs to me, my interest, my profit share is 48,000. What is my capital? Today, if you are a partner, if you are P of the partner, if I ask you, hey, before dissolution started, business lo unga kaas evlo enna solveenga? Simple. If you are P in this question, dissolution is start alla. We are going to start tomorrow. What is your money? How much you want back? 1 lakh plus 40, 2,16,000 minimum expect பண்ணுவேன், subject to realization loss profit. That's it. இதுதான் நான் இன்வெஸ்ட் பண்ணியிருக்கேன் businessல. Whether I get or not is secondary. Able to follow, guys? You should just not include this, what I wrote in green. I'll give you notes. இது தவிர மற்ற எல்லாமே I'll take. Now the next thing, sir, I understood everything, sir. What about S negative? Whether I take opening, closing, S is still having. எதை எடுத்தாலும். So what S is arguing, he is saying, I am solvent, but I am insolvent in the firm. I am actually a solvent. Look at the statement I am saying. I am repeating again. I am solvent, but firm porthavarikkum, with regards to the firm, I have a debit balance. So I am insolvent. So I will not contribute. This is the case of GVM where he won the case. S. He won the case saying, even though I am a solvent partner, but I had a debit balance at the start of the dissolution, at this point. Where is it? Yeah. At this point, guys, at the start of the dissolution, I am a solvent partner with a debit balance in capital account, I will not contribute. His argument is, already I have to give money to the firm. Firm பொறுத்த வரைக்கும், with regards to the firm I am insolvent, so I will not contribute. That's why case law, GVM. It's not, that's why it's against the common sense, not logical. See, in most classes they will say negative balance in ratio, so don't include him, take him out. He will pay his share. But see, I will show you. If you come here, if you take S share, what is S order share? 16,000. That he will pay. He will make it 0. But he will not share 21,060. He is saying with regards to firm, I am already insolvent. Even though I am solvent, I will not share. He won the case. That's why case law GVM. So, in other words, I have to say, the loss of insolvent partner will not be shared by all the solvent partners. The loss of insolvent partner will be shared by the solvent partners with credit balance in capital account at the start of dissolution. I will dictate notes. Purida? Are you understanding? So, in this sum, I wrote here below, this 21,060 will be shared by whom, guys? Only P and Q in the ratio of 2,16,000 is to 1,44,000. S will not share, even though he is solvent, he is having debit balance, he will not participate. Judgment of GVM. No common sense career. It's a case they won. That's it. He won the argument. He was so good in his argument. Negative, his argument is simple. Now pay pandra. How much should I pay? He asked. Judge told ratio. He said, I have a negative ratio. How much I will contribute? How can I rectify? How much? He can't share. Correct? He asked a negative. How much? He said, I am ready to pay. Tell me a reasonable amount to pay because I have a negative ratio. The judge didn't have an answer, just like how you're all sitting here without an answer. So the judge told, to summarize, anybody with a debit balance with respect to firm is an insolvent, so he need not contribute, others should pay. So in the judgment I use, if you are smart, if your firm is going to close down, before dissolution, you should draw everything and make it debit balance. But partners in partnership firm, they are not CA background, they are normal business people. So when firm is being dissolved, firm I will invest more money, then his share will become more. As a consultant, what you should advise? You should withdraw at the time of dissolution if you have a client. So if your client is there, there are 3 partners. Firm is your client. Which partner you will advise? Whoever is close, even the client close partner, you will advise. Are able to follow, guys? Understanding? Even if you want to change the decision, tell me, guys, in the negative ratio, how do I fix it? There's no way we can fix it. That's why it's eliminated. Got it, guys? Clear? This is not Partnership Act. This is case law. Able to follow? So now let's finish this. Understood, guys? I will give you notes. If not today's class, next class. I will dictate the capital ratio notes. I will dictate this notes clearly. Don't worry. Properly I will dictate. Okay? Now.
Technically, we could have found it even if it was not mentioned explicitly in the question that you have to do.
Question like GVM is not mentioned now. Don't do GVM. That time everybody will contribute. Apply GVM only if the question expressly mentions GVM. That time he will contribute. Okay, if GVM is not there, see, default in this scenario GVM becomes gets applied. But in exam, use GVM if question mentions it. Sorry. Okay. Your doubt is, what if they don't mention this? If the same sum comes, how do we share the loss? That time, see, if the same sum comes without GVM, 21,060, other partners will contribute. That time depends on partnership agreement. Sometimes they can use profit sharing ratio. But if this matter goes to the court, we will refer to principles of GVM. So exam, don't worry, if a question like this comes, I will mention GVM. They are very clear. That's it. If GVM is not there, the most reasonable I can opt for is profit sharing ratio. No question like this has ever come in exam. But if it comes, but even if it comes, you tell me, GVM mentioned panla, what you will do? GVM, and given us note, I am assuming the sum is solved in GVM because GVM is more practicable and reasonable than profit sharing ratio. That's it. Done, guys. This said, girls, understanding. Next class again I will revise over there, but now let's quickly finish this sum. So 21,060 loss will be shared by other partners in the ratio of 2,16,000 is to 1,44,000. Can you tell me how much is the loss each will share? How much? 6? Here. 8,000? Now this loss, how to set off? I will pass the entry, you will do the posting. Who is sharing this loss? P and Q. Whose loss? So R is not able to bring money. Normally R will pass entry for bringing money, bank account debit to R. He is not able to pass that. So 2 R's capital, how much? 21,060. This loss is shared by P and Q. P's capital 12,636, Q's capital 8424. Purida. Deficiency account comes only if all partners are insolvent. Do not open deficiency account in any other sum. Okay. Done, guys. This entry, inter adjustment within partners. P's capital account 12,636, Q's capital 8424, 2 R's capital. Now I am going to go and erase all the unnecessary things I wrote here. This is how your notebook will actually look like now, correct? I mean the values, okay. So here I will write 2 R's capital. How much, guys, in P's column? 12,636. Q's column 84. Here I will write by P by Q. R column 12,636 8424. Purida. Are you understanding, guys? Did you get the concept? Concept is capital ratio on date of dissolution. Loss will be shared by other solvent partners with credit balance. That's it. Okay. Now, can you close R account and tell me if it's tallying? It has to tally. Okay. R account tally close. R account tally. That's it. Now we can finish the sum in 5 minutes. Guys, R account tallied for everybody. Hello. Next, what I should do? S will bring the money. He will not bring loss. What is the balance inquiry we saw in S column? 16,030. That money he will bring. Adu kondu GVM case laws against common sense. That money, amanoda share debit balance drawings he will bring. So I will write down by bank 16,030, cash 2 PQRS. S capital 16,030. Do it till here, then I will tell you what to do next. 16,030. Are you all done, guys, till here? Do it fast. P? Yes, that's why we debited them. They won't bring money. We'll just pay them what. Yes. Are you able to follow, guys? Now is S account tallied? S tally aicha. So do it till R and S and then stop. Hello, done. Fine. To summarize, follow. Our account has a loss of some 12,000 which was shared by P and Q. S had a loss of 16,030 which he himself brought the money. So account R and S are closed. Now can you find out the closing balance in P and Q's column? Revise the closing balance. This you can write. This you can write. P and Q revised closing balance. 1 lakh, 263, 244, 1 lakh 5,000, 486. What does this 1 lakh 63, 244, 1 lakh 5, 486? Do it in your note. Don't copy from me. Unakku an answer varnu. Otherwise, you will miss something in your notebook. Getting it? What does this represent? Cash to be paid to PN. What is the total of this? 2 lakh 68 730. That means this is what I have to pay them. Hello. So I need how much cash? 2 lakh 68 730. Come to your bank account and see if you have so much balance. I don't even have to check. You check for your thing, but I know it has to be correct. Tally it, guys. Cash. Arunima getting it? Not tallying cash. Capital account is not coming a balance. Cash account I have it on the board. You can check. I have put everything as far as I remember. ஏதாவது ஒன்று மறந்துருப்பீங்க. 1603 நீ கொண்டு வரல. Cash capital brought in. Correct? Green line on the debit side. It's all small mistakes we do here and there. Getting it now? Shreya got it. Understood GVM rule, guys? Everybody understood the concept also? Hello. I will again revise the concept in next sum by giving you notes. Okay. But this is the concept. Done. I'll just hold on for another 2 minutes. No problem. I want you all to get the answer correctly. Online, if you got it, put a thumbs up, guys. Vasundhara only got it, others. Rushmita got it. This side, second row, third row. Vishal on this so. Online, where yarak mein answer var liya? Whoever is watching it online. Nandini, Meenakshi, Srihari, Vasundhara. Vasundhara got it. Others, Gautam, Jeevita, Srihari, Meenakshi. Put in the chart. This is the capital account. If you want something, you need to ask for it. Otherwise, you will never get it, whatever it is in life. Online, are you guys even there in the class?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
No, Vasundhara, you replied. I am asking others. Gautam, Jeevita. Some coding line, no. Okay. Yeah. Do it. I'll give another minute. Got it, sir. Completed. Everybody understood the concept? Second row here, Madhu. Got it? Sure. So to conclude today, I can just say GVM rule is simple. 2 new learnings. The insolvent, I'll give notes later, the insolvent partner, loudly, insolvent partner's loss will be shared by the other solvent partners who have a credit balance in capital account on the date of starting of dissolution. Overall, capital plus reserves and every other adjustment before starting dissolution adjustment. That is first. So the solvent partner debit balance will not share. Second, the ratio will be capital ratio on this day. Puriyada? Because negative we won't take. All of you got the concept. I will dictate in the next class. With this we are done with question 1, 2, 3 and 5. Next class we will accelerate. Study mat, if you see the sum, they would have solved in a very illogical way. He'll bring in some notional cash and take out notional cash. Look at that, there is much better way to solve it. Done guys. So again, no class tomorrow for both group 1, group 2. Group 1 classes without fail this month we will complete. After sports day, continuous 4-5 days of group 1 class. Middle I will keep some days 8 to 5. I am even clearing my 2 to 5 schedule to finish off classes. So we will finish that. Yeah, thank you online.